Thanks for joining us for this 446 Sports presentation of the All-Star game from the LHSCA, East versus West, here at Louisiana Christian University on the grounds here in Pineville, Louisiana. Broadcast will begin. The game is set to begin about 1 o'clock, and so we just have a few more minutes. So we have the ambiance mic turned on so you can enjoy some of the sounds, and just want to let you know that we'll be with you in just a few moments. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, we welcome you to the campus of Louisiana Christian University, Billy Alford Field.
Another
12:43 for the LBCA LHSCA All-Star game. The base dugout. The concession stand is also located in the vicinity behind the first base dugout. And again, over at the Louisiana Athletic Club behind the third base dugout. You'll see the Louisiana Athletic Club, and on the ground floor, there is a Subway sandwich shop. At this time, we're going to introduce the starting lineup. We'll begin with the West All-Stars. We'll begin with their head coach and their assistant coach. Head coach, Jeremy Cahan from North Vermilion High School.
Open now?
Assistant coach, Mike Barber from South Carolina.
Well, that's what was lost a minute ago.
Assistant coach, Gary Ashworth, Sacred Heart, Bill Black. Coordinator, Lonnie Landry from Ascension Episcopal. Here are the non-starters for the West All-Stars. From Acadiana High School, number 2, Claudia Thibodeau. From Curling Catholic, number 14, Ryan Richard. From Sam Houston High School, number 5, Andrew Glass. From Sam Houston High School, number 15, Ashton Fusler. From Ball High School, number 25, Crawford Corville. A.J. Manasco. From Ascension Catholic, number 15, Lex Malonton. From St. Louis Catholic, number 13, Ryan Barron. From Iowa High School, number 9, Colton. And here are your starters. Leading off, shortstop, from North Vermilion High School, number 2, Lane Patan. Batting second, from North Vermilion High School, center fielder, number 9, John Fouquet. Batting third from Rosepine High School, first baseman number 16, Ethan Fry. Batting fourth from Ball High School, third baseman number 7, Grant Como. Batting fifth, the designated hitter from Attention Episcopal, number 25, Barrett Adair. Batting sixth from Attention Episcopal, the catcher, number 2, Andrew Lee. Batting seventh from Zawali, right fielder, number 33, Brennan Ebar. Batting eighth from South Terrebonne High School, second baseman, number 8, Jay Petrie. Batting ninth from Calvin High School, left fielder, number 5, Wayne Huckabee. On the mound for the West All-Stars from South Lafourche High School, number 7, Josh Pierce. And now for the East All-Stars, their head coach from West Monroe High School, Wade Semino. Assistant coach from Santa Monica, Brandon Bravada. And assistant coach from Grace Christian, Josh Brown. Here are the non-starters for today's game for the East All-Stars. From Central Baton Rouge, number 4, DJ Primo. From Ponchatoula High School, number 25, Lakin Pope. Central Baton Rouge, number 17, Jimmy Johnson. From Dutchtown High School, number 16, Nathan Monson. From Denham Springs High School, number 17, Larson Bob. From St. Frederick High School, number 10, Thomas Mosala. From Dutchtown High School, number 24, William DeLong. Western High School, number 15, Caleb Waters. From Sterlington High School, number 16, Cole Thompson. From Parkview Baptist High School, number 2, Caleb Stelly. From Neville High School, number 9, Zeb Redell. From Catholic Baton Rouge, number 5, C.J. Siriali. From Mangum High School, number 1, Luke Curtis. From Jesuit High School, number 24, Holden Hess. From West Monroe High School, number 4, Caleb Lewis. Here are the starters for the East All-Stars. Leading off from Gall High School, left fielder number 12, Braden McGlynn. Batting second to shortstop from Episcopal High School, number 7, Luke Hill. Batting third from Santa Monica High School, second baseman number 25, Lee Amity. Batting fourth from John Curtis High School, right fielder number 8, Logan O'Neill. Batting fifth from Dexterham High School, center fielder number 27, Noah Simon. Batting sixth from Springfield High School, the third baseman number 10, Blake Lobel. Batting seventh from Neville High School, first baseman number 7, Daniel Breers. Claiborne Christian, the designated hitter, number 7, Lobo Windraw. Batting ninth, the catcher from Walker High School, number 34, Caleb Webb. On the mound for the East All-Stars from Tioga High School, number 9, Hayden Cole. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand for our prayer and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Father, we thank you for the beautiful day that you've given us, and again the opportunity to come out and enjoy the game of baseball. We thank you for this group of young men that you've given so much talent to, and they're showing their talent to us today. We pray these young men will play to the best of their ability, that you keep them free of injury, and that we as fans conduct ourselves in a way that will be pleasing to you. For all these things, we give you the praise in your Son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out to a very warm and humid Legacy Stadium, Billy Allgood Field, where we're getting ready for Game 2 of the Louisiana Baseball Coaches Association West Baseball All-Star Game. Yesterday, it was the West that took that one. I guess it eventually ended up 9-4, Chuck, in that one, but 8-4 when they did play the bottom of the ninth. I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, 446 Sports, bringing you all the action today, every pitch. You know, we talked about the setup of the game. The starters will play 5, and the non-starters will play 4, and it was reversed yesterday. So each player plays both games, and they get 9 innings total out of it before it's wrapped up.
Yeah, and it's like you said, with those being able to swap out players on both sides, each one is actually getting a full 9 innings, and that's really great for those for those athletes to be out here playing in this last game before they go to their respective colleges that they're committed to.
It is, and you know, Chuck, we talked about this being the last weekend of it. This is the final high school game that these young men will play in. And
sort of high school.
It is. Well, they're playing with the college rules. But last time, you know, they all have those high school uniforms on with them. And they switch, so the visitors all wear the white. The home team, of course, will be in their jerseys. So you see it mixed up a little bit from what it was last night. East took the loss last night. They'll get ready to go to work today. And a local, if you're around here and you heard a big ovation for him, is Tioga senior Hayden Toll. And I know you're very familiar with Hayden and that family. Of course, he's on his way to Louisiana Tech. Give us a little insight on Hayden Toll.
Hayden, you know, seeing him from a freshman all the way through the senior, he has strongly developed. He's always been a very strong baseball player. He's had it in his blood. He's played all kinds of travel ball. He actually has a twin. Not another baseball player,
right? Not
even another softball player. His twin is his sister. Extremely intelligent. Both of them have great careers ahead of them. And but Hayden has just shown up and shown out on the baseball field. Whenever he's called into action to do something, he has done exactly what the coaches have asked him and even more.
Indeed, he has. Big, strong left-hander off of the hill, ready to go to work. And I think we're going to get joined by head coach of the LCU Wildcats, Mike Burns, to take us a little bit through this as well. But leading things off is Lane Patton. He is starting things off from the west, and we'll be joined now by head coach of the Wildcats, Mike Burns. Toll's first pitch pumped in there for a fastball, and coach, welcome aboard.
Hey, appreciate it, Doug. Thank you very much.
Look, this is great getting to call a ball game with a legend in this area. That one in there, strike 2 as well. I know you followed along the career of Toll, being right here in the back alley. Your thoughts on that young man, Hayden Toll from Tioga?
He's a great athlete and comes from great people, and he's been raised the right way and taught the right way, and he's going to be a successful man whatever he does. But right now he's got an opportunity to play at the next level in college, and I know he'll go and put up some great numbers.
getting ready for the 1-2 offering now. Toll delivers this one, swung on and driven out to third. Going to play over to first in time for the first out of that one. And man, the way things started out yesterday with 5 runs by the West in that first inning, they came out aggressively swinging the bat. I really enjoyed the game last night.
It was really good. These are the best of the best. These are the top players in the state of Louisiana, and there's a reason they are. They're chosen by the coaches, the LBCA, which does an outstanding job of promoting and putting this thing on and promoting the players in the state of Louisiana, and it's a great venue, and we're just tickled to death to have it here at our college.
First pitch from Toll misses inside to John Touche. He is out of North Vermilion on his way to Baton Rouge Community College. The top 2 hitters are going to Baton Rouge Community College, Coach. As I look down there, you've got 4 players in this West starting lineup that are all going to Baton Rouge Community College.
I think there's about 8 or 9 on both teams that are going to BRCC, which is a great junior college, and they're led by a great coach doing a great job over there. And this young man is hitting right now. We offered him earlier in the fall, and he wanted to go the junior college route, and his dad was
that one driven out to center field, going to drop in for the first base hit right in front of the center fielder Noah Simon out of Destrehan. That one drops in, but a good piece of hitting there. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, and Touche, like I said, his dad was an alumni here, and we want to try to get him. Him going to BRCC just gives us an opportunity to get him here in the next couple of years, let him go and get as many ABs as he can, and hopefully come here and be a Wildcat.
One of the best out of this area, Ethan Fry, stands in there now. Missed last night's game as he takes that fastball from Toll. This is a pretty good matchup. You've got a Tech signee going against a future Tiger that's out there too, and Fry's the real deal.
No, he's probably the top one of the top players in the state, probably in the South, maybe in the country. He's got a lot of accolades, and he's a great athlete. Quarterback in football, and he's going to the great university at LSU, and we're proud of him to be part of Central Louisiana.
Absolutely. Missed last night's game due to graduation. That was great to see him go take care of that and get that wrapped up. Here's a delivery from Toll, misses outside. Kind of wastes one there, ball and 2 strikes. You talked about going after some of these kids, and they choose to go that junior college route. We'll talk about that after this pitch. Toll stares in over at Touche at first, now delivers into Fry. Fry promptly puts that one back out in the gap and does what Ethan Fry does, hammers that ball to the fence. Touche is going to round third. He's going to come in and score, and Ethan Fry paying dividends already coming back. That's an RBI stand-up double for Ethan Fry.
It looked like he hung that breaking ball a little bit, and the guy stayed back on it and went with it and went it to right center field, just like you want him to do, and did a great job. And that's probably one of the reasons he's going to LSU.
That's exactly right. Another one of those baseball programs, and you keep saying that throughout these lineups. But Grant Como out of the Bar Bucks, another Tech signee, facing off against someone that he'll go to school with next year. These two will be on the same team and be Bulldogs.
Yeah, a lot of these guys have played against each other in high-quality tournaments all since their entire growing up, and so they're friends, and now some of them are going to be teammates, and some will continue to be against each other between the white lines, but friends after the game's over with.
You saw that ball get hit down the line pretty hard, and Toll kind of grinning in at Como like, man, you just missed that one. So, these bonds that are developed between these games, these players will keep with them for life. Whether you're East or West, whatever squad you're on, they'll take this with them forever.
No doubt, no doubt.
Toll staring in, no balls, 2 strikes to Como. He delivers this one, and that was popped back out, foul again. Look, Coach, I know you and I have talked about it. This foul territory inside the fence, there's not much of it. Parking is at your own mercy out there.
Well, when you come to a baseball field or a softball field or anything where you're going to have objects that can leave the field and you kind of park it. You better know where you're parking.
Swung on and missed there. Good job back behind the plate by Webb out of Walker to hang on to that one. That's the first strikeout recorded by Toll tonight, and the second out. West has the lead in this one, 1-0. They have led throughout all day yesterday and now in the first inning here. Toll delivers that one in, And this is Barrett Abear out of Ascension Episcopal, and we see back-to-back batters from Ascension Episcopal. But, Coach, give us an idea of kids these young men that choose to go that community college route. What are they working on, these junior colleges, to get them to that next level?
Well, it just depends on the avenue they want to take. Are they ready to go to a 4-year institution? Are they ready to go to a 2-year institution and where their chances of opportunity to play more I don't know. You know, it just depends on really a lot of junior college players go that think they want to go to they don't know what level they want to go to, whether it be D1, D2, NAI, and they start out at junior college and go from there. And it's all about feeling and where you feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable going to junior college route, then so be it. If you feel comfortable going 4-year route, so be it. It's got to be, you know, there is life after baseball, and that's what a lot of these kids don't understand. They're living to play the game. And
absolutely.
It's not,
and getting an education along the way, which is great. Toll puts a couple of low pitches in there to come all the way back, fills the count up now. Here's the delivery. Payoff pitch swung on and driven to third. Diving staff not going to be there. Coming around is Fry, and he will score easily. Hustling on into second base is Abear, and he's going to slide in for an RBI double, the designated hitter out of Ascension Episcopal.
That was a great job right there of driving the ball oppo and you know, hit it down that left field line in no man's land there and gets a double. So.
You know, they had the home run derby yesterday, and we've seen the wind blow out of here quite often. No mercy yesterday. That wind was whipping in and didn't get to see, and it's doing it again today.
Well, the later here at this ballpark, Doug, early in the season when wintertime, the colder months, January, February, March, wind blows out, usually out of the north. So it's more of a hitter's park. The later you get in the season, the wind blows in, it becomes more of a pitcher's park. But it's still, you know, I don't care where you're at, but you catch it on the right.
They're going to score that a pass ball, and that's going to send Abear.
It's hit by pitch.
He got hit. Okay, yeah. There you have it. Gets him down to first. So that will send the runner back to second base, and that's going to put Lee. And one of the young men that we really enjoyed watching in this game yesterday is on to courtesy run, and that's Cardell Thibodeau. Cardell Thibodeau got after the baseball yesterday, played center field. Matter of fact, in the first inning of the game yesterday, mentioned that we were keeping an eye on him for MVP, and in fact, he does win that award yesterday in that game. Fine young man, very solid around the bases. And there's another one that is driven past the second baseman. Thibodeau's going to come in, throw back to third behind the runner Abear. That so that was Ebarb that had that from Zwali that had that base hit in. And here comes the West again hitting through the lineup. They had 4 base hits yesterday in that first inning, scored 5 runs off of it, aided a couple of errors by the East squad. But there's a good fastball pumped in there by Toll. And tell me a little bit, you guys moved to the Red River Athletic Conference this year, a little bit, some new rivalries and things like that, but had a great season as that grounder is chopped over to third. Throw over to first in time, will retire the side. Top of the first, though, the West picks up 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 on. We'll go to the bottom of the first, see if the East can answer, and we'll get back with head coach Mike Burns when we come back.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation. And
we're back ready to go to work here. The East we'll see what they're able to come up with. On the hill, Josh Pierce out of South Lafourche is going to take that community college route, and he'll go to Delgado. Coach, I know that's an opponent you guys have had. Y'all have played Delgado a few times, hadn't you, Delgado Community College?
No, we play most of the JUCOs all in the state, but they're down in the New Orleans area. We play Nunez.
That's the one that came
Nunez
up.
comes up. We play them every year. We play LSUE every year. Southwest out of Mississippi. We try to play 8 to 10 JV games is what I call it,
right,
with our young guys, and gives us an opportunity to look at junior college players, and it just helps us. It's a win-win for our young guys to get some time, plus us to see some guys that want to possibly be Wildcats.
Leading things off for the East, this is their left fielder, number 12, Braden McClin. He is out of Doyle. The Tigers represented in this one, and he will go against Pierce. Again, we told you about Pierce out of South Lafourche. He gets ready to go to work, and he staked with that lead. And again, the East is going to have to dig out of it. Another 4 hits for the West in the first. This time it nets them 3 runs because there were no East errors, and the first pitch from Pierce misses outside. So first year in the Red River Athletic Conference, had some new rivalries, got to play the cross parish rival LSUA in that a couple of times. And so how was your first season there?
It was good. We in the NAI we broke the school record for wins in the season, you know, and had a really great year, and I think we're just going to build off of it and get better. We had some really nice players, and we're losing some really good players, a couple All-Americans, but you know, it is what it is, and like I said, we're not gonna rebuild. We're just gonna reload.
There you have it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a couple of good pitches in from Pierce. How he's set to deliver, misses that one again outside. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, we got to come out there. Juwan Franklin, a monster season, and just a good young man. In one of the JV games that we did, come upstairs and he was actually running the music and talked to him for a while. Just a very well-spoken young man. That one misses down low, fields the count.
I knew JJ was going to be special when we brought him in as a freshman, and in a JV game he hit 3 out of our park in 1 game. And this past year he was all conference and also led the conference with 15 home runs. So he's quality and comes from Acadiana High School right there in the Lafayette area. So
Pierce misses that one, and that sends Macklin down to first on the base on balls. And Luke Hill, the Arizona State signee, out of Episcopal, and we saw him just a solid player. He was batting, I think, 7th in the order yesterday, up in the 2-hole to get him a couple extra at-bats, but very impressed with that young man. Pierce offers that one again, misses one outside on there, and it's I guess it's strange to me to see kids come in, because we had one going to Arizona that's playing in this game, and then Arizona State playing in this game as well.
Well, it just tells you the quality of players that we have in the state of Louisiana. The baseball that's played here, they can play with anybody in the country, and
and getting everything, that wind that we talked about that whips around, that one comes back to the backstop, and that's going to get Macklin down to second base on a wild pitch. Doug in alongside of head coach of the Louisiana Christian University Wildcats, Mike Burns, joining us. Chuck running production. Coach Burns going to be here with us for an inning or so, and we certainly appreciate him taking that time. Just a wealth of baseball knowledge. Started things off coaching baseball at Tioga many years ago. Did you coach baseball at Marksville, or was that just football that was
there? I started the program in Marksville in 1981. My first year of coaching was 1980. This is my 42nd year. And I spoke this morning at the breakfast for the LBCA.
That one ground over to third base, handled well on the back glove side over to Fry at first. In time, good stretch by Ethan Fry.
And I told the coaches that 35 years ago this year I coached the All-Star game for the LBCA 35 years ago. I know longer than most of the young coaches their age right now. So it's been a while. It's been a great ride.
Indeed it is. Coach Burns, of course, back-to-back state titles at Tioga High School in '86 and '87. And that was back when all of the games were played at the home sites. You know, now that they go to Sulphur, they go to different places. But I remember those games at Tioga a couple of times. And an interesting story, after you win the state championship, you're invited to the champion tournament at LSU the following years, and I got to play in one of those with you. And I remember, I still tell people that story, and I'm thankful that Coach Burns doesn't do that. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 down here. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember it well. That was the coaches committee. They would bring in all the state champions for a big tournament there at Alex Box, and it was pretty exciting for our kids to play at the box.
It was, and some of the young men were just in awe of looking at the stadium while they were on the field, and so their mind got taken away. And I'll share that story with you too. Anytime we're on the mic with Coach Burns, we like to share that story, and that it shows why I went into broadcasting. That one is lifted. Coming out is Como at third base. Now that's two good plays by Como. He made the play at third base, but able to call the catcher off. So not big in stature I was, but I played for Coach Burns back in those days, and so I'm going into courtesy run, and that O'Neal coming in, that is Logan O'Neal that will stand in ready to go to work. Yeah, that's Logan O'Neal that's in there going to Delgado. And so Chuck, you may have heard the story. I go into pinch run for Burns, and I'm on second. That one swung on and missed there, and I'm out in the middle of Alex Box. Okay, and I'm looking around, and next thing you know, I'm picked off. Bop, second base, I'm out. And if you've ever been around Coach Burns, you know his mannerisms and he controls emotions a lot better now. That one misses outside than he did as a younger man. Of course, remember, it's 30 years since I've been in high school, so that tells you where it was at. Being the forgiving person that he is, another inning comes around. Gann, he says, let's get in there. Coach, I'll let you take what happened on that one. I'd like to say this ended in me stealing home to score the winning run, but that didn't happen. That one's driven way out to left. We're going to be handled there just short of the fence. We'll keep it here. Won't go to break right now, Coach. Do you remember what happened the second time you put me in to run?
I think the same thing happened the first time.
Absolutely what happened. Picked off again. And so after that, didn't really play much, didn't get back, and it went into broadcasting. And here 30 years later, Coach, I think I've had
that was
a better career.
The best move you ever made, and the best move I ever made was never letting you go back in the ball game. But
never. Well, you were shaping my future because we knew I wasn't going to go on and play Major League Baseball or go to college and play baseball, and so we had an opportunity to do this. And 30 some odd years later, Coach, we've been able to come out and do some PA for you, do some other things, and my oldest son signed to play here and played a season with you, and got to meet your son, Matt Joe. I guess he probably just goes by Matt now, doesn't he? Is he? Yeah. He's down at the school board. He's coached in his young kids, and look, just seeing the tradition of the family, the way that he is with his kids and the passion that he has for that, and seeing, we talked to you, we got the motorhome and where we're going this weekend, where we're going that weekend to watch travel ball.
Well, my Matt right now is in Monroe and Ruston. Two of my granddaughters are playing right now, one in Ruston, one in Monroe. He's traveling back and forth. My grandson is playing down at Johnny Downs, and my wife and my daughter-in-law are with him. So, and I'm going to be traveling and watching one of them play tomorrow on my day off. So we're excited about it, and it's all about family, and this is what it's about. And it starts here at the ballpark. We tell kids all the time, tell parents, your kids can't get in trouble at the ballpark.
That's exactly right.
As long as they're doing what they're supposed to do, good things are going to happen, and good things usually happen at the ballpark.
What's the future look like for you? I mean, arguably you've been at it for, like you said, 42 years of coaching.
The good Lord's going to tell me when it's time to lay it down. I've still got, I think, a few hours and a few, I got a little gas still in the tank, and I'll when my grandkids get up in the high school level, that's probably when I'll turn the keys over to somebody else, and then I'll become a full-time grandfather 12 months out of the year instead of only 3 months out of the year. So.
There is no off season for that toll fastball, and he is facing Wayne Huckabee in this one. Huckabee out of Calvin. We talked about a correction. That is, you get back where we're. Yeah, that's Huckabee out of Calvin. One of those young men that has the name on the back of the uniform. That helps us out. I like watching these games when they have those different colored uniforms on. The white ones tend to run together a little bit, but that one misses up high from Toll, kind of a waste pitch, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gave up 3 in the top of the first to the West as they really came out aggressive as they did yesterday. Here's the delivery from Toll, the 2-2 offering. We know Keith Stokes watching back in Montgomery at the camp. is watching this one. He's a big fan of Tioga and Grant and Grace and a lot of those places around here. You know, you talk about family, you talk about all of the different things, Coach, that are there. A lot of great traditions. You guys feed the players after the game. A parent takes care of that. And we talked to Robert Anderson as that walk is issued. And, you know, a lot of these kids come from a long way away. I know you had a couple from New York a couple of years ago that went through the program. And it's a long way around, but it is family here.
I've got a young man in right now from Detroit, Michigan that flew in last night with his dad, and he just committed to us, and he's going to be a Wildcat, and he's
That
here
one on
watching
the
the
outside.
All-Star game and visiting for the weekend, and they fell in love with the area and what we're doing, and his dad's a college coach at Alma College, and he wants his son to come and be part of our program, and we want him to be part of our program.
That one pushed foul out over the clubhouse and nearing that road where the batting cage is. So how do you find out of Detroit?
We played Alma College.
Okay.
They'd come down here from the winter and try to play down here before
Right.
it was snowing up there, and the coach just liked our program, and the son.
That one chasing out in foul territory, giving chase, trying to get over there under it and unable to. As that one is
His son wants to come down here, so we're going to give him an opportunity to be a Wildcat. So we've got young men from New York City. I've had them from California.
How tough is it adjusting to this heat and humidity
Yeah,
down here for those guys?
You got to get used to it, but it's like anything else. You stay in there long enough, you either melt or you figure it out.
They'll be eating boudin and crawfish in no
That's
time.
exactly.
Toll looks over at first, now delivers. That one is ground over to third base. Good job coming up and firing away. Scoop at first is made, and the out is to retire the first, and that's going to bring Touche up there. We saw Touche with a base hit. He had a single back in the first inning and scored that run. This is another one of those that are going to Baton Rouge Community College. You hear the shouts of "Let's go JT." You being this close to it, we pick up a lot of nicknames on people, and you also find out if you're pronouncing names wrong, because we have our chat feature that's going on where these folks can watch these games, and so we make a lot of friends along the way. Good to see this going on. I know you lose one of your big players, one of your All-Americans. This year you said you had a couple of them. Keelan Johnson will be gone this year.
Keelan's leaving next week, and we got him hooked up. He's going to go up in the Frontier League, and I think he's going to go up and play at Schaumburg and
awesome.
get a chance to play at the next level, get a little pro ball, see what happens. And he's just been an outstanding player for us.
There for a while, he was leading the country in batting
he ended
average.
up, I think, second or third in the country in batting average, but just a quality young man. The biggest thing about it, you know, and I tell Doug, he'll be the 20th player that we've had sign a professional contract since I've been here. None of them had made it to the big show as far as, you know, the big league, major league. Double A is the highest any of them has ever made. But they've all got degrees. They're all good fathers. They're all good leaders. But the number one thing is they got that college degree. So we're excited. That's the most exciting thing about it. And baseball is just a short term, you know, to a long time, lifetime. So.
But it develops relationships that last, you know, forever. That one, outer half for the strikeout by Toll, and Toll records his second strikeout of the day. And here's that battle we saw a little bit earlier. Toll and Ethan Fry will do battle. You know, one of the great things that's done out here is around Halloween, when you guys do the costumes out here on the field. I know that's always been a lot of fun.
We raise money for cancer, and we do that and donations and everything, and we have a home run club to raise money for cancer. And
Fry grounds that one over beside the third base dugout.
my
Got our
wife-
new camera in there too, over on that third base dugout. We'll show you the view from that in just a moment. There it is. That's the one that we installed this morning in that. But yes, you do that. Your wonderful wife, Miss Kalinda.
Yeah, she's a 8-year cancer survivor, and it's such a dreaded disease. We went to a funeral this season for one of our players' mom. She passed, and we got on a bus that morning and had to come back and play a game that night. It's just,
But it doesn't matter. That's just
part
what
of
you
what
do.
God tells us to do, and we're going to lead whatever He tells us. So but it is what it is.
Got a great story about her from JJ that he told us during the year. That one misses outside. Not a lot of rotation on that. Chuck, does he have a knuckleball that he throws? That didn't look like it
I
had
think
any.
he just spun the curveball a
Might
little
be
bit.
a new pitch. Don't mess with it. Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
No,
here's Toll's 1-2. Fry stays back on it, bounces it over to third base, and hustling down to first. But the throw is made 6-3. That will retire the side. No runs come across. We'll be back. You got one more half inning in you?
Yeah, I'll give you, yeah.
There you go, another half inning. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back right after this.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Back to live action we go. We are here at Billy Allgood Field. And there's the switch over, as you see Pierce finishing up his pitches. So told you I'd share a story with you. So I met JJ, Jawan Franklin, met him up in the press box when I was doing a JVPA game for you. And incidentally, the one where the windshield got busted, but that's a whole nother story. 30 years I've been calling and that happened. So anyway, he comes up and he's got a peanut butter sandwich there. And I said, no concession or anything like this? He said, oh no. He said, these peanut butter sandwiches. And I said, that's cool. And he says, yeah, let me tell you, a doubleheader on the road, these peanut butter sandwiches are like gold. And I said, where do y'all get them? He said, Miss Kalinda makes these for us all the time. And I said, just loved it.
She's been making them for 39 years.
That one driven out to right and way back, looking for a good catch, but just hit the ball right on the screws there. And we'll get that. That was Noah Simone out of Destrehan that put a charge in that one and really got a hold of it. You know, that's the difference too. This field juts out to center field, goes a long way out to center field, getting it up over that wall. And then with the wind blowing in, tough to get one out of here. That probably wouldn't have been out of his home park. Good curveball in there. Any of these guys, Coach, that you target for down the road? We know you had talked about Touche.
Oh, yeah, we've got just several of them that we'll follow and watch during their time at junior college. And then some guys you'll follow, they're going to go D1.
Right.
And it may not work out for them.
Right.
You know, if it doesn't work out, there's always a place for you to play. And, you know, the biggest thing about baseball, Doug, is it's a game of failure.
Right.
And how you handle failure and how you handle adversity is going to determine whether you succeed in this game. And a lot of guys can't, but these guys have
foul
a chance
tips
to.
back into the glove, and LaBelle down on strikes, and Briard from Neville will come up, Coach. But, yes, that's such a good point, and you can see why that recruiting game has been so exciting. You've been able to get these young men to come here and play here because they see the passion, they see the family, and the knowledge and the love for the game that's here.
Well, it's not a job here.
Right.
It's more we're family oriented. We're not going anywhere. We're here. You're going to come here first as a student, then you're going to come as an athlete.
Right.
If you're looking for a place just to play baseball, this isn't the place to do it. But if you're looking for a place to grow and get better, not only spiritually but athletic-wise and academically, this is the place for you. So, and there's places like this all over the world.
Right.
All over
this
the country.
just happens to be special because it's in Pineville, our neck of the woods, and absolutely it is. Visiting with head coach of the LCU Wildcats, You see the LC adorning everywhere. I don't know that there'll be any changes to the turf as that fastball from Pierce is pumped in there. And it's difficult, even when I call them, not to say just LC.
It's tough. I mean, I graduated from here in 1978, 79. And I graduated from LC, Louisiana College.
Right.
And I'm coaching now at LCU, Louisiana Christian University. So they go hand in hand to the same place, just a different time frame.
Look, so much movement going on. 3 balls and a strike in there to Briard. Briard out of Neville, one of those Tigers in this game. Today we saw his counterpart from Neville win it's going to be another LSU Tiger, and that one is in there, strike 2. Saw another one yesterday that ended up winning the MVP of that side of it. Yeah, and it was Zev Riddell, who just pounded the baseball yesterday, and he'll be doing that for LSU next year as well. So they're loading up on some pretty good hitters down there in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, they got kind of what we say, the pick of the litter.
Right.
They can go anywhere in the country, and everybody knows LSU. They know the tradition. You know, Skip started it, Paul continued it, and now Coach Johnson's just carrying on the legacy. And
swung on and dropped. Play is going to have to be made, and it's down to first in time for the out. 2 down now in the bottom of the second, and it looks like they have taken a run off of the, no, that's, yeah, 2 is what we've got, and this is Logan Windraw that stands up. He is a designated hitter out of Claiborne Christian. Claiborne Christian goes back-to-back with state championships this year. They picked up their 7th state championship in their school history. Went back-to-back again in 2009 and 10. And there's Woodrow drives that one. But routine and done. Going to leave a runner on base. Will the East. We have completed 2 here. Coach, thank you for stopping in with us. We appreciate that as always. There's always room under the tent and under the headset for you. We appreciate
thank you,
it.
buddy, and God bless everybody and what you do for Central Louisiana and baseball and all sports. You're to be commended, and they don't know the time frame and the time that you put in. But the man upstairs, he knows what you're doing.
Well,
thank you.
He's blessed us. The only reason that we do it, and I'll take a brief before we get back in there too, Coach. I don't know if you've got one of our cards, but it explains a little bit about our name and what we do. It comes from Ephesians 4:4-6. It says we do all have one calling, and it's not announcers, it's not baseball coaches or umpires or anything like that, but it's salvation under God. And so that's everything. Every game that we broadcast, we take an opportunity to talk about God's calling on our lives and what we do, and where we monitor our advertisers, because there's advertisers that we just said no to that aren't going to be part of our broadcast, and without doing it with him as not a part of it but the center of it, well, there's no use in doing it. So I appreciate the words, Coach, and you the years that you and I have spent together, you mean the world to me, and as always you do, and best wishes to you here.
All right, my friend. Love you. Thank you.
There you go. Head coach Mike Burns going to take a 30-second timeout, and we will be back right after this.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you could think of, from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook, or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Grant Como leads things off. He is the third baseman out of Barb. Again, this was a matchup that we saw a little bit earlier coming out of that Buccaneer system, that the Bucks out of Lake Charles, that area, just a proud tradition. Toll delivers that one in, and Como sends that one foul down the line, just misses as you see the train making its way through. That's the tracks that we talked about that run just outside the ballpark. That's the way that most people get in here.
Yeah, that's the old 130 passing.
Right? Tomorrow it's liable to be the old 2 o'clock, but at any rate, Toll sets in and delivers this one, and it is hammered out to the gap way back, and that's off. Going to find its way into the gap. Como sliding in for a double and going to be there safely And the West getting back going to lead things off. Como had struck out back in the first, but comes up and gets revenge on his Bulldog teammate of the future. And Barrett Abear out of Ascension Episcopal will stand in there. He is the designated hitter. Again, we appreciate Coach Burns stopping by here and visiting with us. Always good to talk to him. Abear stands in from the left side, and that one is ground. Kind of nubbed up there to second base. Going to have to throw off balance, but does come up and make that play. Good work out of second base by Amity from Santa Maria.
And that advances your runner over to third also. One down.
One down here, top of the third. We play West looking to add to this 2-run lead that they have. They got 5 hits. That one fouled back over towards where traffic is backed up from that. Glad to bring this to you. A little last-minute setup, but those that are watching at home and appreciate what's going on, thank you for that. Nothing in 2, the count to Abear, the designated hitter, again on his way. Baton Rouge Community College again, 3 in the starting lineup today for BRCC.
He's got some mustard on that ball. I'll tell you what.
Toll throws the ball well. He really does off that left side. Just again, very hard hitting West team. Seemed like they hit the fastball pretty well. Some of the off-speed stuff they weren't able to hit as well. That one is in there for the strikeout, and Toll now with his 3rd strikeout. Brennan Ebar will stand in ready to go. Ebar out as Wally, the right fielder. He's going the other way to Bossier Parish Community College, Bipsy they call it, and that one is taken in there for a strike.
I heard you say that last night, and it kind of threw me if it was a Bipsy.
Yep.
Is it like a hippo kind of? No, but it's actually
BPCC.
Wow.
Toll
that was
hitting the glove, but just misses outside. Catcher had set up just a little off the plate.
Yeah. Good break on that ball. Coming back in.
Toll stares in. 3 strikeouts on the day. That one misses low. 2 balls and a strike. Again, the West team won yesterday 9-4. It was 8-4 when it was decided. They picked up that last 9th run in the bottom of the 9th yesterday. Went ahead. They'll play all 9 innings regardless of the score today. Fastball blown right by Ebarb that time. And you see the kind of work that Toll is able to do. Good contingent of Tioga faithful in the stands. We heard them cheering when he was announced, and on every strikeout that Toll has amassed, that one thrown inside and turned on well and driven deep, but foul.
Down that left field side.
That's over between the Louisiana Aquatic Club and where the subway is, and of course the workout facility that our man Ronnie Schwartz has. Here's a delivery from Toll. Fouled back and going to stay alive is Ebarb. Great crowd out here again. Some have elected not to get into the bleachers that is the spill-off here and getting under the trees for shade.
Yes. At least catch that breeze a little bit better, I think, out here amongst the trees.
Here's the delivery. That one ground over to third base. The play is at first. Made in time, and that's going to retire the side. So leaving a runner on. Good hit by Como, but he is stranded over at third base. 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. East due up.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
And we are back to Billy Allgood Field. You'll see the East batters come up the bottom of the third. This is where, Chuck, yesterday they struck for 3 runs.
Yes.
In this one.
Be curious to see if they amass the same thing. Of course, it's a different group batting right now than it was yesterday at this point.
This is the group that played the second half of the game yesterday. Caleb Webb stands in there. He is out of Walker, the catcher, and it was a pretty good hit from him yesterday, but really more than that controlled the pitching while he was in there as catcher.
Yes.
He will stand in there. Pierce working his 3rd inning of work. Misses outside. And that's what you look at from the catchers, how they handle the pitching staff, and especially as these guys move on, how they're able to, adapt to new pitchers that they're not familiar with, they didn't grow up playing travel ball with, and they don't have any idea.
Haven't had a chance to watch much on them either,
Right. You get a couple of days to work out. Swung on there and missed. 2 balls and a strike. Saw that out of the Melanson kid, too, and then Andrew Lee. So several good catchers in this game. And you hate mentioning players because you always forget one. But I'll say as a whole, this group of catchers did pretty solid.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I'm going to have to move this back just a little bit to keep the sun off my...
Sun starting to creep back just a little bit. Thankful for this tent that we have put up here now. That one driven out to left field, and Webb's got himself a base hit. He'll take a big turn around first. That will get back to the top of the order, and Doyle's Braden McClin will come in. He's playing left field, and this one walked back in the first inning, was stranded at second base as they were unable to get anything going. The East started slow today. I actually outscored the West yesterday after that 5-run first inning.
Yeah. Indeed.
Pierce now set and misses outside with that one. And with these players like they are, you got to believe, and you may not see it. Well, we got a courtesy runner that's in there now, so not sure. We'll have to get an idea on what number he is. The bunt is there. It's fouled back and finding its way out of the park quickly. But, again, when you heard us talk with Coach Burns, there's not a lot of room here inside the fences.
Yeah, that wasn't a hard bunt either, and it's outside the fence. So.
Quick throw back over to first. May have to put my glasses on for that one, Chuck.
To catch the runner number.
Ball and a strike, and that one is taken low. Beautiful day for baseball. Certainly is a warm one. That one in there. Starts out over the middle of the plate and still held on to part of that outside.
It just fell off at the last moment, too.
Right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner over at first. And there's that curveball again. This time started it at the batter and staying with it, but driving it out into that area between the third base dugout and the visiting bullpen that is to our left on the third base line. Again, if you're looking for the score, you can see it courtesy of Wallace Eye Associates down in the right-hand corner. It stays there the entire time. We appreciate our friends at Wallace Eye Associates for taking care of that and making sure all of you are able to keep up with the score. This one now fouled out the other way. Difference was that was a curveball, whereas that was the fastball. And we'll repeat the 2 ball, 2 strike count. East needing to get something going here. Bottom of the third. Misses outside. and fills the count up. Pierce, who really was solid the first couple of innings, maybe showing signs of fatigue as that turf and that heat is pretty solid out there.
It is indeed.
Off and running, kind of a nub hit and run. We saw that yesterday on one down the third base line that was picked up before it went foul and ended up being a base hit for the West.
You could hear the coaches over there because that one was already on the outside. They didn't want to have a chance for it to roll back in play. They were telling them, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.
That's the thing. Once it clears that white line, but not before. And so standing back in there, ready to go to work once again is Macklin. Good job at the bottom of the order out of the 9-hole, Caleb Webb, of getting on base. And now flipping it back to the east for the top. Oh, got him picked off, too. The runner's going to be picked off. What a good move by Pierce. And
he missed the tag.
Tag is missed and going to be safe down at second base.
Oh, my gosh. Good, sidestep by the base runner there just to get just outside the glove reach.
Good piece of base running. And that, that was just one of those that was simply a good pickoff move.
It really was.
But a great job of base running to get in there, too. And believe that is Stelly out at second base. That is courtesy running in this one. Stelly, you remember, won the home run derby yesterday with 3 of those home runs out of Parkview Baptist. And so we believe that is number 2, Caleb Stelly. Standing back in is Macklin. Full count. Pierce looks back at the runner at Stelly that he almost had picked off at first and delivers the payoff. That one is lifted out of play once again and taking aim on the parking lot, and that one bounces around harmlessly out between trucks.
I can't remember where I'm parked. A little bit further to the left of that, I think, this time.
You weren't as close as you were last night. Last night you were rather close.
Well, after seeing one of those fly out that we saw last night and hit the car that's directly behind us.
Pierce delivers that payoff, and that's a nasty, nasty breaking pitch. That is the strikeout of Macklin. That's just what Pierce needed. And that will bring up the Arizona State signee, Luke Hill, out of Episcopal.
Yeah, I decided to move my truck down closer to where I saw yours was camped out beside that pine tree.
Yeah, we're a little bit further down, directly behind, actually, where we are here. Runner out at second is Stelly. Another good curveball. That's the same one Stelly thought about going, but good work behind the dish by Lee, who was able to stand in there and get that. And very impressed with the work that Lee did behind the plate last night, too.
Yes.
Pierce looks in now, delivers this one up high. You got to think fatigue will start to set in, and that's, they certainly do things to rotate players, but when you're sitting out on that turf for a while, and these innings are going a little longer.
What a
strike there. Look, that a little curveball that he's throwing is really got effective this inning after giving up that base hit to Webb to start off the inning.
And it's a beautiful pitch for a right-handed batter, but goodness.
Well, it's got that late hard break.
Yeah.
That one he tries to throw in the outside corner and back in there and doesn't get it to go. Really wanted that pitch, and I guarantee you through the season he's probably gotten a strikeout on that a lot during the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Runner at second is Stelly. Pierce looks in and delivers. That curveball is fouled off. And so the fastball from the young man from South Lafourche, using it as his chase pitch and just a steady diet of that off-speed and that breaking pitches. Staring back in, getting the sign from Lee. Comes set. Checks back on Stelly at second. Now delivers this one. Hits it low. And fills the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back-to-back batters again. Pierce getting up there in the pitch count.
Appreciate all of you watching. And if this is not your first time to watch it, you're going back and watching it again.
Stayed back on that curveball and pulled it in towards that third base dugout. And if you are picked up and you're watching over on YouTube and haven't subscribed yet, we invite you to do that and then hit that notification bell. Anywhere you're watching from, whether it's our Facebook feed and you found the stream there, go up there and hit that like and follow, and you'll be kept up whenever we go live on it. That one lifted to right field. Got a runner tagging, and Stelly is off and heading to third base. We'll slide in there safely. Throw was cut off, so without a throw. Sac fly advances the runner over, and Lee Amity's going to have to do this now with 2 outs. Amity, again, the Gator in his 4 years in high school, will be a raging Cajun over there at UL when he goes back out in the fall.
I think he's looking forward to that a lot. Playing on a different stage.
That one outer half from Pearson, a good fastball on the outside.
Good movement. Just, I mean, I've been so impressed watching these pitchers this weekend.
And the view that you have from, I guess, from field level, normally we're press box side. That one misses up and away. Pierce likely his final inning to pitch, as these starting pitchers won't go more than 3, we don't believe. Has been very successful if he gets out of this one at holding the East. That's that other one. That's pretty. And Amity just stares at him, and he's with that grin on his face, like, you know, what else?
I mean, that's almost like a wiffle ball break.
Yeah. Able to hang in there and put the bat hit on this one, but just staying alive and fouling that one off. See out in center field from that view, the big Whataburger sign. There's a Whataburger flag above that, and during the regular season, if a home run is hit between the Whataburger sign and the 390 sign, everybody in the crowd gets a free Whataburger.
What?
So, of course, that's just the regular season. It doesn't apply to this one, but I can tell you, no home runs were hit in that. Nobody got a Whataburger throughout the season. Next year, we're going to try to get them to expand it over to that light pole that's there.
There you go.
Standing back in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pierce looks in. That one misses, much to the dismay of the crowd that's here for that West Ball Club, and even staring back in was Pierce. Stayed back on that, out to second base. Play is made and over in time to first to retire the side. So Pierce gets through without allowing a run. After 3 complete, the West has a lead 2-0. We'll be right back after this.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back to Billy Allgood Field again alongside of Chuck Perkins, 446 Sports, bringing you both games. All-Star game had a great game last night. That one ended 9-4. The West was victorious. New pitcher on the hill in relief of Hayden Toll. This is DJ Primo out of Central Baton Rouge. He is on his way to LSU.
Got a lot of good quality athletes out here, so they kind of rotate them around in the different spots, especially in the pitching. They'll run them around 3 innings, 2.5 innings, something like that, depending. And then, like you said, they'll play the infielders, outfielders will play the first 5 innings, and then they'll run in a different wave of starters, if you will, on that second, on the 5th inning on through 9.
Kind of like the line change in hockey. They just they get a new group going in there, and it gives both sets are able to play the full 9 innings without it all being one game, and some people having to sit out. So it just keeps everybody involved in the game.
And we saw that in that basketball all-star game that we did. We had those waves come in every so many minutes.
Every 5 minutes, a new group of 5. And they had 15 players in that one.
Yeah. And 15 minutes, right?
Right. And Shea Pete out of South Terrebonne comes in there, another one of those Baton Rouge Community College players. He is playing second base for this West squad today. Again, Primo, who is signed to go to LSU, misses that one up high and comes right back into that netting at home plate.
Almost sounded like it hit the.
It hit that
solid.
It hit the wall.
Okay,
that the net is, the backstop area.
Right.
Another one of those lefties in this game. That one in there for a strike. We saw Toll, the lefty, and now Primo comes in there from the left side as well. That's a pretty good 1-2 combination for any squad.
Yes, indeed.
That one out to second base on the ground. Ball over to first in time. That one is handled by Briard. Left fielder Wayne Huckabee stands in there. He is out of Calvin, another one of the smaller schools. And that's, again, Chuck, the beauty of this is it's not just 5A and 4A players. They're represented from 5A to 1A, from Division 1 to Division 5, and all classifications are in this game. That one in there for a strike from Primo. And you get an opportunity. Most of these, Chuck, we've seen, and you see a lot of Division 2 or Class 2A kids that are going to big D1 schools. So if you can play, they'll find you.
Yeah, and what's beautiful about this is it don't care if you're select or non-select. If you're a senior and you produced and you got nominated, you're here.
That's right. And that LBCA, led by Tim O'Neill as their executive director, does a great job of putting this event together. And that one is fouled straight back, scaring one of the baseball moms that were here. And that netting, when it's the chain link fence, it'll hit that and it'll drop down. The netting has a little bit more give in it, so it scares you just a bit.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Huckabee.
I mean, it's just string. It's not metal, so you wonder, is it really going to hold?
Well, then you go to ballparks where you see it cut and there's holes in it, and you're like, all right, at some point it ripped.
Yeah.
Primo stands in from the windup, gets the sign, and now delivers. Good off-speed breaking stuff, bounces away from the catcher. The tag will be made on Huckabee, and that is the out. So officially a strikeout, drop third strike, and 2 unassisted on the tag. Lane Potan will stand in there. He's a leadoff hitter, back-to-back batters for Baton Rouge Community College. This is a shortstop out of North Vermilion. So he and his teammate John Touche both going to North Vermilion, or from North Vermilion going to Baton Rouge Community College. That one in there for a strike, and Primo very efficient since he is in there. 0-1 to Potan. Misses low, ball 1, ball and a strike.
Odding things out.
2 down, top of the 4th we play. Talked to Coach Brown a little bit earlier from Grace Christian, who is one of the assistant coaches, and that comes in behind the North Vermilion shortstop. And remarked about what a quick game that was. Even with 8 runs through 3 innings that they were, it still moved along quite rapidly. But when you have good, solid pitching and talent, you're going to see a game that does move quickly. That one misses outside. The lefty from Central Baton Rouge left that one up just a little bit. 3 balls and a strike. Primo sets, delivers, fires this one, misses high with that, and that is going to walk Potan. He'll get down to first base, first time that he has reached. John Touche stands in. He is a center fielder for this West squad. Scored one of the runs earlier today as part of that 2-run first. It's good catching up with Coach Burns back in the first couple innings. Just solid baseball knowledge from that man. Quick move over to first.
I had it on I had the camera on that throw. Thought for sure he's going to do it, but he even faked me on that step. I thought he was coming this way.
Primo will do it again. That's what got the attention of Coach Johnson and those LSU Tigers down in Baton Rouge. Here's a delivery. That one in there for a strike. Not having to go very far when he unloads to go to college, as he is prepped at Central of Baton Rouge. Central just above that Baton Rouge area. You've got Baton Rouge, Zachary, all of that's over there.
And he said it, and I missed it. I'm sorry, Doug. I was focused on something else.
Okay.
You said it to where now?
LSU.
LSU, okay.
Off and running, and that is a stolen base. And, you know, stealing a base off of the left-hander is one of the hardest and one of the easiest things that you'll do, because you just have to go first move. And, you know, if you guess wrong, then you're dead to rights. But if you make the right read, then you've got such a great jump. But Primo comes back and gets the strikeout, and that's going to retire the side in the top of the fourth. We'll be back to see what the East is able to do when we come back at the bottom of the fourth right after this.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Back to Billy Allgood Field we go. Got a new pitcher in there for the West, and that is Colton LeBlue out of Iowa. 3A Iowa, down right outside of the Lake Charles area. I guess when you take that right on I-10 before you make it into Lake Charles, you're gonna get through Iowa.
Yeah, it's true.
If you go straight on that road before you get on the interstate, there's a little place over the overpass called Rabideau's.
Yes.
That meat market that's in there. You need to go try that. You're welcome for that.
Yes, that is actually a great place to stop in and get you some yummies.
Right fielder Logan O'Neill will stand in. He gets ready to go. He is out of John Curtis, heading to Delgado Community College. Swing and a miss on that one. Look, I'm telling you what, the pitching today has been really solid. Colton LeBlue.
Odding things out there. 1-1 is the count.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one misses outside. But again, we had 9 runs by this time yesterday, and we're sitting at 2 in this one today.
Yes.
LeBlue deserves that one. And we've seen a lot more of the breaking stuff today than I think we saw. Well, we saw Rogers come in and throw the ball well last night, and he threw a lot of stuff that bended around. That one over to shortstop, gloved beautifully, but thrown away. Coming up, throwing off the run, and Fry unable to dig it out over at first base.
Came off that turf, bounced up, it looked like.
We'll see what they scored. That was one of those bang-bang plays. Not sure if they'll put up a hit, and they do, in fact, credit the base hit. Noah Simon, the center fielder from Destrehan.
Simon.
Down in Destrehan, it's got to be Simon. Why not?
Why not?
Logan O'Neill over at first base. That one is ground foul back to the on deck, and LaBelle, who is waiting in the on deck circle out of Springfield.
Fielded that one, got it back in.
Noah stands in there, bats from the left side. Got another one from that Destrehan Wildcat area. South of 10 well represented in this game this weekend. There's so much baseball talent all around, but you see a lot of it from down in that South Louisiana area. Quick throw back over to first. Not in time. You hear the obligatory shouts of "got him" no matter what. Just as you will, you'll hear balk or you'll hear ball or strike whenever either way, the fans love to cheer, and that one bounces around, and that will certainly get the runner down. But ball 4 hit him, got him hit on the leg when it came around. Blake LaBelle will stand in there. That is the third baseman out of Springfield. He's going to make his college start at LSU of Eunice is where he will go. So as we play bottom of fourth, just a couple of more at-bats possibly, or another at-bat for these that started the front half of the game. We don't like to call them starters and reserves in this one by any means. Swung on that good curveball and missed.
Because they came in as relief, if you will, the second round of starters yesterday. So they've
played 9 consecutive times. This is over with. The last 4 and then the front 5 of this one. Looked like a changeup, very off speed. Slowed down his motion a little bit on that one.
I think that's 0-2.
A glance back to second, and that one is delivered low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second in this East, continuing to have base runners on throughout this game, but unable really to get anything going. Scored just the 4 yesterday and held scoreless here in the 4th today.
That they have. I mean, it's kind of strange that let's see what this second group does.
Well, that front half of it not ready to mail it in just yet. They're up there hacking away. You get into that middle to bottom portion of the lineup, but all of these players that are here would probably bat 3rd or 4th in their lineup at home.
Easily.
The blue stares back in at second, now delivers this one, and that one is driven right in front of the left fielder. They're going to wave the runner around third. We're going to have a play at the plate. Nope, going to stand up as he crosses around and comes in, and that is the first run of the day for this East squad.
Now batting first baseman number 7, Daniel Briard.
Daniel Briard stands in there, the first baseman from Neville. You hear him the PA announcer get corrected by the fans that made it up from Neville.
Yes.
After that base hit, runners at first and second, still nobody down. Briard, another one of those that are uncommitted. He squares around and lays down a beautiful bunt straight back to LeBlue, and he throws it down to Fry at first. Runners move up 90 feet. Runners at second and third. That will be from Windrawell, who we saw put one in the gap. That is Windrawell, the designated in this one. Again, we told you the story of Windrawell was part of back-to-back state championship teams at Claiborne Christian out of Class C, Division 5. That one misses outside. Canilla Ford a pass ball because that would knot things up 2-1. Lions score 2-5-0 for the West, 1-5-0 for the East. That 0 errors. It's been a very clean played ball game. That one misses outside. Colton from Iowa, we said.
See how a good base hit we hear might strange things out a little bit for him.
Looking for that clutch hit.
Ooh, a little high.
LeBlue wanted that one. That was one of those pitches that just sat upper half. You got to be careful. That was between I want that strike and did I hang a curveball. That one he does get outer half, 3 balls and a strike. East best chance to really put something together. They have not led in the series. Trailed the entire way yesterday, and that is kind of a check swing down the right field line, and it's going to be fair. 1 run has come around, and we're tied. The other run coming from second base is going to be in there, and that is a a double down the right field line, and we told you it's difficult area over right field because there's not much room between the left field foul line or the right field foul line and out of play, and so that ball that maybe you think is getting close to the fence can actually drop down in fair. So back-to-back base hits, and Windrawall on his way to working on MVP honors as he's had a couple of big hits in this game thus far, and Caleb Webb, the catcher from Walker, will stand in ready to go.
0-1.
First lead of the game, and this is 3-2 for the East. That one in there for the strike as well. 0-2. Webb had a good hack at it his last time around. Has been solid behind the dish too. We told you that. Base hit out to left, and they're waving Woodruff. He's going to come in safely, and that's an RBI base hit now for Webb. And Webb says, well, don't give the MVP away just yet, because he's had a couple of good base hits in his last.
You got a relief coming in for a runner, pinch runner.
Courtesy runner is going to be the one that it was earlier, and that's Caleb Stelly. Correction, is that Thompson?
Yeah.
We heard
Cole
was
Thompson,
announced.
I believe is what he said.
Over the top, we'll look on here. If it is, that's not who I have as number 2, but Colton LeBlue not able to really get going on the mound. He has given up 4 runs in his work that has been done here.
Yeah, East has kind of timed up with him there and found that groove that he was in.
And this is that kind of inning that the West had in the first inning yesterday. And you know the hitters that you had, they'd been silenced for, gosh, what was 13 innings or so, the 9 yesterday. They had 4, but now come up and put up easily their first big inning here. 4-2. You see Lee out there at the catcher spot going and talking as well as the coaches, and that's going to get back to that top of the order, and Braden McClellan looking to continue to doing work is this East squad. And that second group coming back from the batting cages.
Yes.
You see them making their way back around here. See some of those players that we saw in the first half of yesterday's game.
Yeah. Went over and got a little warm-up with the bat. First pitch there's outside for a ball or inside for a ball.
That one kind of hangs over, but is popped up by Macklin. Going to be caught second out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, number 7, Luke Hill.
Luke Hill out of Episcopal will stand in there. Quiet day at the plate for Hill. Playing the bottom of the 4th, and I think it's taken us as long to play the bottom of the 4th as it did the first 3.5. That one misses up high by LeBlue.
Yeah, it feels like it's, and I don't know if maybe it's this heat that that 2 o'clock sun is out there bearing down pretty hard right now because it is past the niceness of the shade of the trees.
Yes, you're starting to see more and more people get close to that fence. Now they're running out of room where those pine trees stand along the fence line here.
Our tent may start getting crowded. Not careful.
That one's in there for the strike.
Surprised we don't have more. Of course, I didn't shower and didn't put on deodorant, so that might be.
I was wondering.
Thought it was the onions that they got cut up over there at the hamburgers.
That one fouled back behind where we are, and that goes off the front of that concession stand truck that is over there. Little food truck concession stand. And again, we told you the story, but a wonderful story. He does the concessions for the entire campus on here, and so he's just running and moving and going between softball and baseball that's going on here. Throw down second, nobody there,
It come diving across there to scoop that one up.
And look, as a catcher, Lee does exactly what he did. So don't fault the catcher throwing that ball. You're taught to catch that. The runner's going, you chunk it. And it's up to those middle infielders to get there. LeBlue delivers the 2-2. Ground out to short, and this should retire the side over to Fry at first, and that does do it. We move to the top of the 5th, but not before the East strikes for 4 runs. We move to the 5th. It's 4-2 East when we come back.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Back to live action we go here. It is mid-game in the Game 2 of the East-West All-Star Game put on by the Louisiana Baseball Coaches Association. Great to see all the players last night. They had their All-Star banquet this morning. That was a good time. And so good to see those kids get that experience and meet a lot of the other players. Like you said, they come in for practice, and they practice apart from each other, of course, but great to see all of them together at the All-Star Banquet this morning. Things early. When you only got a couple of days in town, you have to jam it all in.
And see several people here, and some of them I know because they were either students or former students at the school. And I see, with Hayden Toll being here from Tioga, played in that first round and paid those started pitching. I'll let you get this one.
Ethan Fry stands in there, and this a pair of Tiger teammates in the fall, as Fry and Primo both going to Baton Rouge to play for Coach Johnson and those LSU Tigers.
This ought to be fun batting practice.
Seen that a couple of times when Toll was pitching to his to the young man Como that's going to Louisiana Tech, and some things like that. And so this is a couple of future Tigers, and they'll talk about this at bat. You can believe that. Off-speed stuff that Fry chases.
Yeah, but a couple of them I see here that they're wearing their Infield Angels shirt, and so they work with baseball. So they're very, very inapt, or are in touch with what's going on with the baseball.
Fry, part of that Rose Pine team that went back-to-back with state championships, and part of that football team that played quarterback for the football team, went deep into the playoffs. Wonderful family, and when we would do our show on Sunday nights from Walk-Ons, you know that his mom, Brandy, was always listening.
Yes.
So big shout out to her. She's probably here in the ballpark. Haven't seen her, but she's you know that she will watch this broadcast at some point. So big shout out to Miss Brandy and that group.
Bet you didn't have to pin drop to find it here, did you?
No, sir. Here's the delivery from Primo. That one misses up and away. Count is full, but Fry not wanting to walk. Talked to him a little bit before the game. He said, yeah, that wind blowing in is rough.
Oh.
Takes that strike on the outside and looks back over at Primo, and those two will revisit that a little bit throughout the next few years at LSU.
Probably starting this evening over a hamburger, I imagine.
Grant Como, the Louisiana Tech signee, he is one we talked about. He is from that proud tradition. Again, you go down to Barb and you see that big sign out in their left field. Just a beautiful place. It talks about their national championships, all of the state championships that the Bucks have had. What a great program it is down in the Lake Charles area. That one ground over to third base. Good backside glove and thrown away. Unable to control it is Briard at first, and Como is going to make his way down to second base, standing up.
Take that big looping around over there.
May be the game's first error. No, they scored that a base hit. Nope, they changed it over. It is an error.
Yep.
Which will bring
25.
Barrett Abear will stand in. Ascension Episcopal. Designated hitter in this game, had an RBI double. Good fastball from Primo, misses inside. Thing that you've got to do if you are the East squad is come out there and shut the West down in the top of the fifth. After you have a big 4-run inning, you cannot go out and give any momentum back to the other side of it. Conversely, if you're the West, you want to push across a run or two just to get things back and going. Great program you were telling us about at Tioga, Chuck, and the infield Angels. We'll talk about it after this pitch a little bit more. We see those young ladies in from Tioga. That came inside, and that is going to get Abear on the inside arm. So he has hit my pitch, and also out of Ascension Episcopal, Andrew Lee. And I'm telling you, I've been more and more impressed with the way that Lee handles himself behind the plate. He has been very solid. Tell us a little bit more, Chuck, about those infield Angels.
Yeah, they're a great group of girls. They have to apply and have like a little interview process to get there. And there's several things, criteria as far as any kind of discipline issues, grades, things like that. That all has to be kept up because it's like any athlete, sport and whatnot. You have to go beyond what a normal student would have to be there. So, and we always encourage those athletes to say, look, you're there, and anything you're involved in extracurricular, you're there as kids are going to look up to you. Your normal students would look up to you or look out and see what you're doing. And if you're excelling in not just in your academics, but also in all the activities and things that you're involved in, that might be a draw. So yeah, a big program that they have to apply for. They're involved like working the gates, working the concession stands. I see them here today.
Off and running, going to be in there as that ball bounces around, and that's what you did not want to see happen if you are the East squad. Webb throws that one away. And Como coming all the way around, it was off and running on the pitch, stole third, and will take home on the error. And so we talked about last half, the way it's been clean, and now that first two errors have come in this inning for that East squad.
Yeah, and I see them out here today. Looks like they're doing programs for this event.
That one misses outside. 3 balls and a strike, just 1 down. 1 run is in. And runner out at second base is Abear. Again, he reached on the hit by pitch. That got Lee hard on that leg, and that
shin area
sounded hard up here. It hits that where there's not a lot of meat on the bone, and you're going to see.
I was kind of hoping it was the catcher's glove, but. You're right. I mean, it was.
Cardell Thibodeau will come in to run at first base for the catcher Andrew Lee, and I'm telling you, you will see Thibodeau in a big round of applause for Lee as he goes off. Courtesy runner is Thibodeau. You'll see Thibodeau come in as we move to the 6th inning and beyond. Was the MVP of that game 1 yesterday for the West, and we just really had an opportunity to talk to him before the game. Again, just a fine young man. Swung on and missed there. That is Zawali's Brendan Ebarb. Most of these guys, as we play in the 5th, will be getting their last at-bat of this weekend's events. And that's another. That is 3 batters that Primo has hit this inning, and you got to believe that may do it. See if they're going to stay or if perhaps they will go away from Primo.
Primo delivers a pitch in there for a strike, his first one. Nice recovery after a couple of hit by pitches. You all right there, Doug?
Got it now. Shea Peaton will stand in there.
Caught him swinging on that one. No balls, 2 strikes.
And trying to see what Primo was able to work with. Stands in there, ready to go, delivers this 0-2 pitch, and it is swung on and grounded foul. And again, we talked about it. You get the inning like the East had in the bottom of the 4th. You want to come out in the top of the 5th, and this is not what you wanted. But as that West squad, this is exactly what you were trying to do.
Yeah, you got bases loaded, 1 out.
Here's a delivery from Primo, falling off that mound. Seems like he's just uncomfortable out there in this inning, looking around for some dirt to move around, but there is none.
Yeah. Can fluff the turf there a little bit, but that's about all you can do with this stuff.
And part of that is just inborn instinct from a pitcher. You just want to fix something similar to a batter drawing a line in the dirt or whatever the case may be. You just have certain mannerisms that you go through as a pitcher, and then you get onto the turf mound, and it's a little bit different for you. You have trouble adjusting to it.
Yeah, that little dark patch, I don't know you'll be able to see it with our camera angle, but yeah, you can see it every once in a while. But it's just the rubber pellets that are in the turf itself.
There's a delivery. Swung on and missed, and that will do it, the strikeout, and that will bring Huckabee. Wayne Huckabee will stand in there. He is the left fielder from Calvin. 4-3, the East clings to that 1-run lead as we look to wrap up the 5th inning. Again, we'll play 9 in this one, regardless of if the home team is ahead or not. We saw that last night, giving all athletes the opportunity to play their full innings. That one in there for the strike. This broadcast will stay up again, so those of you that have went back and watched it, I'm glad that we got to meet a lot of you out here. We've had a lot of people stop by the tent and say hi to us, and that's nice. That one in there from Primo. Primo looking to settle down and get out of this. Had a tough inning. Has a couple of hit batsmen. 0-2, 3 hit by pitches.
He's worked ahead of them most of the time.
Primo rocks, fires, delivers this one. It misses low, trying to get Huckabee perhaps to chase something. And you're going to see wholesale changes following this as we wrap up the 5th.
Wholesale changes, I like that. Thinking of the store wholesale and not the wholesale.
Swung on and missed. Primo gets out of it there. Not before giving up 1 run. The East does still cling to that 1-run lead from the 4 runs they picked up in the 4th. We played 5 complete. East lead this one 4-3. We'll back after this.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Back we go to the Louisiana Baseball Coaches Association All-Star Game. I'm Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. We appreciate the comments that are coming. If you're watching it on Facebook, we invite you, the live feed of it, click that link and head over to Boxcast or to YouTube on there. It's a much better signal of it over there. Facebook compresses a lot of the signal that is sent in. So click on that link and you'll find it and scroll around and you'll be able to click on it there.
Yeah, your resolution gets chopped way down with Facebook, thanks to them.
You can find us on Roku as well as the Apple TV. You can find it there. Lee Amity stands in. He is from Santa Malt, facing Iowa's Colton LeBlue. Had a rough inning last, did LeBlue. Gave up the 4 runs to this East squad, their biggest inning. They had scored 3 yesterday, unable to put a lot of innings together. Was this East squad? LeBlue delivers this one to the left-handed Amity, and he takes that one outside.
You know, it would be fun, too, now. I mean, I don't know. Just watch the umpires rotate when they rotate squads like that, if they change pitchers out.
Look, those umpires would be appreciating. You see there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Fatigue is starting to get to them, indeed. When grounded backhand side, good play over there and
Stretch
in
out.
time. At second base, what a tremendous play.
Nice stretch out there by Ethan Fry as well.
That was Shea Pete out of South Terrebonne that has been solid at second base for this West squad. Pete, P-I-T-R-E, if you're scoring at home. That one lifted to center field and going back, chasing the center fielder back to that fence. But it's 390 with the wind blowing in. Difficult. That's would have been out of a lot of parks that he plays in, but not this day. So O'Neill missed. Logan O'Neill missed that one, but hit it to the deepest part of the park with the wind, and you saw that American flag that blows in dead from center field, along with the ASC flags and that tattered Whataburger flag that hangs above the left center field wall.
Here's a bit of trivia for you, Doug. What is the maximum center field depth of a college or high school field?
You asking me because you know, or
Yes.
you wanting me to tell you?
Yes.
415.
400.
See, there you have it.
300 on the left and right, 400 in the center is your.
Well,
that's a deep subject for shallow minds.
300 is not the maximum depth for left and right field foul lines, because the one we're on is deeper than that, both sides of it.
No, well, that's the minimum.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
It has to be at least 300. Let's put it that way.
I'll buy that.
A 300 to 400 range is what they're looking across there.
And look, when you heard Coach Burns when we talked to him in the first couple of innings, that just that wind changes later on. You get swung on and missed to retire the side. Good work from Colton LeBlue out of Iowa. That inning had a rough inning back in the 4th, settles down in the 5th and does work. And you're going to start seeing some substitutions. One of those, Marsala, is introducing himself to the umpire behind home plate. We'll see what else is going on in the 6th when we come back.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Back to the ballpark we go. You hear Alan Jackson in the background, and look, this is another one of those problems we have with Facebook.
Yes.
Is that and we got a copyright violation from yesterday's broadcast over on Facebook that I had to send a message to, and I looked up what the violation was, and it was the Star-Spangled Banner that they got us for, and I said, look, you go look at any baseball game all around, and you're going to find that. So Larson Fobb will take over. He is the Southeastern Louisiana signee out of Denham Springs, the Jackets.
Yes.
And we'll get an idea. And this is our man Cardell Thibodeau. Had a huge game en route to winning the MVP. When that young man gets on base, he flies.
Yes, he does. We saw it yesterday, and if you didn't get to see that one, you need to go back and watch that.
There's a bunt. We saw him try to do that a couple of times. Going to fly down the line, and that ball is thrown away. He will get down to second easily. May wind up on third if they don't get the ball up. And Thibodeau already paying dividends, just getting in there. We saw on the first pitch on all three of his at-bats yesterday that he tried to lay down that first one, did not get a pitch to do it. And wonder how many bunt base hits that Thibodeau had. And just a pesky, pesky base runner.
Yeah, he coming around first and on his way to second. He flung off that wristband, I guess, for the signs and the calls. So.
Richard will stand in there now out of Turlings Catholic. That one in there for the strike. Again, we told you there's some defensive changes out there. Marsala, the one that we see, he has found his way back behind the dish for this East squad. But the West has that group in there that struck for 5 runs in the first yesterday. Here's a delivery, looking at another bunt, but there goes Thibodeau. Down, stealing third, relatively easy, and but I'm telling you, just, I don't know of any other word than pesky. He just gets on those bases, and you have no choice but to pay attention to what Cardell Thibodeau is doing.
He's not a tall fella, so I think pesky fits.
Yes, I mean, just, he's one of the guys, you turn your back on him on the mound, he's going to steal home on you.
He may steal your roll if you're not careful.
A lot of it.
What was that about the cake batter?
Yeah, right. Yeah, Mike E. Winfield would be proud of that one. That one misses outside.
Thought about that swing, too.
3 balls and a strike to Richard. Our first chance at seeing Fobb, the left-hander. He delivers this one. And that's in there for the strike. Fills it up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good-looking lefty, throws the ball all around, but just facing Thibodeau when you walk into the game, that's difficult. That one just poked out to shortstop, looking quickly back over to third, but Thibodeau read that well, and Como handled their
throwing his bat out at that one because it was definitely on the outside part, so. I threw his bat out there to make contact.
Andrew Glass will make his way in with those dark Sam Houston jerseys today. He and his teammate are in this one today. They batted back-to-back yesterday in that game.
Poor souls.
Glass off to Tulane.
And just poor souls because they have to wear a dark uniform in this blistering heat out here.
Glass, a very all-around player, came in to pitch some in the 7th yesterday in this game. Just a very versatile utility player that's going down to play for the Lions. That one misses up. And look, got to make sure that you block anything up if you're Marsala behind the dish, because anything that gets away from you got to believe that Thibodeau is going to try to take what he feels is his, which is the next base he's looking at. Fouled off there, out of play.
Right underneath the catcher there. Bounce back up. Two and one as you count, Doug.
2 balls, 1 strike. Run over at third is Thibodeau.
The pesky one.
Indeed. Look, just, and again, got to speak with him before the game. Just very, very well-spoken young man.
Yes, he is.
Here's the delivery. That one bounces around, and just
back
on
here,
cue,
way back here, yep.
just on cue, here comes Thibodeau. And just getting into the game, gets on with a bunt single, still second, gets to throw the third on the throw, and then makes his way in on that pass ball that got out of there. And that's how you manufacture a run. So it gave him the base hit that he had, but a scratch base hit on that bunt. And, man, I'm telling you, he is going to be a lot of fun to follow.
hit there goes straight up through and into center field.
This is, again, I tell you, this is that group that put up 5 runs in the game.
Now batting number 25, transfer Corville.
And that is
Corville, I believe. What her name?
it's Crawford Corville,
There we go.
but it's not Corville. It is, so they'll switch. That's still Como that's in there, number 7. That one is lifted and to right field. Going to be play will be made, and so that was still Como that was in there. It was announced as Corville, but it wasn't.
Now batting number 15, AJ Manasco.
And now
Okay.
15 stands in there, and I think he may have.
Because 15 is also on deck as well.
Yeah, this is, and that's the thing with these multi numbers. That one is roped down the line.
Nice shot there. Good base hit.
Yeah, Fusilier is who had that one. We do believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
there we go.
Fusilier was another one of the Sam Houston batters, because if you recall, they went back to back in their hitting, and so that was Fusilier who got the start earlier. And now AJ Manasco will stand in there, the designated hitter for this group that is on his way to LSU Shreveport. And he came into this game to hit the baseball, and he has done that. Takes that one for a strike from Fobb. Fobb running into a little bit of trouble here in this one as we're tied up at 4-4. This West squad has scored a run in each of the last 2 innings, looking for more, trying to regain that lead. Taken in there for strike 2. Long line of Manascos out of that Manny area. AJ, the next in line there. Fobb staring back at second. Now peers in, delivers this one, misses low. And so the 2 uniforms that you have out there are the Sam Houston players that are out there. Glass, who is off to Tulane, and Fusilier, who is going to LSU Eunice.
Those are the first and second base runners.
Yes. Here's a delivery from Fobb. Misses inside to Manasco. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And 2 outs. Deuces across the board, as you said.
Yeah, Fobb is needing to really get out of this. Manasco has an opportunity to keep things going. Fobb looks back, now delivers the 2-2. Good job on both sides. Have a real good pitch as it had a lot of late break to it. Manasco able to recognize that and fight it off at the end. Fobb stares back, now looks in and delivers. Swung on and missed, and that's going to retire the side, but not before the West strikes for 1. Going to the bottom of the 6th, we're knotted up at 4 apiece. We'll be back right after this.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Getting back to work here, bottom of the 6th. Colton the Blue on for his 3rd inning of work.
Where else can you go enjoy some good games, and here's some Johnny
Baseball
Cash.
and Johnny Cash, that's right.
Yes.
Had Alan Jackson a moment ago on there, so a great variety of baseball music through this setup that is here.
Going to the bottom of the sixth. Huh?
Luke Hill, the shortstop for this East squad, again out of Episcopal on his way to Arizona State in Tempe, Arizona.
Oh, yes. Some people may say that was Temp.
Some people that don't have sense might have said that.
They might have dollars.
There's a delivery right on the outer half, and good work.
That does happen. People do have more dollars than cents.
That one misses up high. So it was a hit batsman that got the folks and got Fobb in trouble last inning, and was able to get out of that. Now here's the delivery from LeBlue. In there for strike, and Hill jumping out of the way. But a little late break on that pitch from Colton, and it's in there for a strike. 2 strikes now for LeBlue. And that one is ground out to shortstop. Hill's counterpart throws over to first.
Tried to get him on a sweep back because he was pulled off from the throw. Tried to swing back around with it, but
Unable to get the tag down, but again, you saw catcher hustling down the line. And Marsala. So you don't see that often that a batter will hand the catcher's mask back to the catcher when he's coming. But Marsala standing in there is the East squad's catcher. So you know that was
some understanding there.
That's correct. Marsala takes that one out or half for strike 1. First runner on base, good hustle down the line is what caused that throw to be off. You had to hurry the throw to get Hill, and we expect Hill to be off and running, and he is. Hit and run is there, and that one gets off into right field, and Hill, who was running on the pitch, is going to be all the way around to third. Good piece of hitting by Marsala to put that between the hole there between first and second base. And we will now see Caleb Stelly is going to stand in there and go to work. Stelly courtesy ran a couple of times back in the earlier half when he was not in there. Won the home run derby yesterday.
Yeah.
3 home runs and did it with the wind blowing in. So muscling up and getting 3 out of there. LeBlue looking at a little bit of third to first there. Nothing doing.
I'm dating my scoreboard there. I apologize for that. Missed the runner on third.
That one smashed over near where Hill was at third. And they've rotated coaches as well. Now Brown is over coaching third base for the East squad. And Hill looking in at his new teammate in this one, wondering, hey, what happened? Take it easy on me.
I want a burger. I just didn't want it served by you.
That ground ball is going to score the run. That's a base hit up the middle, and Hill will come around. Runner moves over to third and actually going to get Stelly into second with a double. So the East in business again. They take the lead 5-4. Runners at second and third, nobody out.
Sun has found its way behind a cloud or two for us.
Bless you, Cloud.
Thank you.
Another base hit down the line. That one is fair. That's going to score 1. Stelly coming around. He will score, and back-to-back doubles. Looking down the roster at 12, and that it was McClin. Fred McClin that had that one. And Caleb Waters will stand in out of Weston. Told you the story about Waters yesterday, and that's going to do it for Colton and Blue. Had a rough inning back in the 4th when he started, gave up 4, and so he's given up 7 in this game and is responsible for the runners on base. And we'll see who the new pitcher of record is going to be. Not sure. We'll have to get a number that identifies him. PA announcer Byron McGee having trouble with it as well as that number not on the front.
And that colors is not real easy to read either. It's a darker uniform with a darker color with a 17, it looked like, possibly.
We'll get an idea on it. It looks like 13.
Maybe.
If that is, which not having a 13. Ryan Barron, number 13, had him misidentified on our roster that we picked up yesterday, but that is Ryan Barron. Barron out of St. Louis Catholic on his way to Lafayette to play for ULL. Coach Tony Deggs and that group, just a tremendous, tremendous program down there at UL. A lot of people wanted Deggs perhaps to be considered for LSU as well, because it recruits it well, this area, and just his kid's tough as nails and doing a good job of pulling some more recruits out of the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Coach Matt Deggs spoke back here at Louisiana College's football banquet, or actually he spoke at Coach Burns' Wildcat banquet a couple of years ago, and it was great to see. Great to talk to Matt Deggs. He got great story. Was able to meet him afterwards, and that worked out. Just a very inspirational story. If you listen to Coach Deggs' story, read his book, you'll be really amazed. And that, of course, the head coach at ULL.
Yes. And they tend to bring in some of those, I'm going to call them star coaches every so often here for those events, and it's great.
Right.
Great opportunity not only for the students and athletes here, but for the community to come out in here.
General public gets to come around and see some of that too. And of course, anytime you're buying a ticket, you're raising money for these schools around here, and that's fantastic. Ryan Barron finishing up his warm-up pitches for St. Louis Catholic. Caleb Waters will stand in ready to go to work for the East. And he, again, we told you, is out of Weston. Weston, remember that group that went up to Dyersville, Iowa with Coach Brown and the Grace Christian team that played up there on the Field of Dreams field back on April 23rd. Runners off and going in just a tremendous jump, as I don't believe that that Barron was paying any attention to that runner at second and off, and now he's at third with nobody down. Going in there, first strike, ball and a strike.
And that Field of Dreams that they played on was the actual movie site, not the one that was built.
Not the Major League Baseball site.
Yes. Which made it a lot more iconic for me.
One thing I remember about it is the wind that blew so ferociously behind us out towards that would-be cornfield. I say would-be because it's not planted quite yet. They had snow the week before. Barron's delivery comes in, swung on and missed. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that wind was so tough that I had to weight down the tripod stand for the camera.
Yes. Another good curveball, and that's going to retire Waters on strikes. Cole Thompson will stand in, ready to go to work.
That records the first out of the inning for him.
Right out in front of the plate. Good job of blocking it up from back there. Kept that runner at third from scoring. 3 big runs here in the bottom of the 6th already for the East. They lead this one 7-4. That one bounces around, and another tremendous stop behind the dish for the West, number 11, Lex Malonzo. And we saw him last night just continue to do that over and over and over, block pitches up and keep her from getting to that backstop.
Just like a wall back there.
Yeah. Barron delivers this one. That one is in there for the first strike. 2 balls and a strike. Boy, the bleachers that were right in front of us were completely full
Yes.
when we got going this morning, but that is the hottest and sunniest spot here.
Yep. The one left-hand corner from where we're standing.
That one in there for the strike, unable to advance, gets away from Melanson, but I think he might have been trying to decoy that runner over from third base. There's a lot of popsicles making their way around, trying to cool folks off out here, as indeed it is warm.
That one left corner over here, people are got their hats on and sitting there because that is one shady spot of that.
That one swung on, bouncing around. The throw is going to have to be to first. It's in time. Runner not able to advance, and that's 2 down. So Barron coming on and doing what he was asked to do. Will DeLon will stand in there. He is out of that contingent that made the trip up from Dutchtown, we believe. Yep, those Dutchtown folks were sitting right in front of us yesterday and
Yes,
cheering on their group. They switched over into the bleachers, the grandstand area behind what normally should have been behind home plate, but I think it got moved off to the side where the press box area is, and it's not directly behind home like we are.
Yeah. It's the railing on that is just high enough not to let a good breeze come through because it's a solid rail.
That one outer half for the strike, and quickly 0-2 to DeLon, and he's not sure about that one. Looks back into the dugout, but the only one that has an opinion on is the blue shirt standing behind Melanson at catcher. Here's the delivery. That one misses up and away. Melanson opts outside to grab that one.
And that high handrail on that grandstand, if you will, it's much appreciated, I'm sure, early on in the baseball season, where it'd be quite frigid out here. You know, retain as much heat as possible. Might even bring out a few of those personal buddy heaters.
That one misses low. Melanson blocks up another one. Runs a count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the 6th. East has already put 3 runs in. They extended their lead to 7-4. This is up high, and that runs it full. Certainly glad you joined us out here for this one. If you're going back and watching this again, glad that you're here, and working that walk is Will DeLon.
Yeah, we were not able to sit down earlier because of all the folks standing up, having to move around and look around right in front of us, or the folks sitting down in front of us. But now it's kind of a unobstructed view there.
Logan O'Neill stands in. Big swing and a miss from O'Neill. Starting to drag on in this one a little bit, as there have been 9 runs scored over the last 3 innings. After a first 3 that showed only 2 runs that scored, and then it looked like the East woke up a little bit. And their bats have come along in this mid-frame, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They've scored 7 runs, 4 in the 3rd, or the 4th, 3 back in the 6th, and often going to second base without a throw. And runners now 2nd and 3rd.
Kind of faked the throw down to second just to.
That one goes out of play and foul.
There we go.
Once again, another 2-ball, 2-strike count for Barron, trying to get out of this right here. He has done a good job of not allowing any other runs to score. That one misses down low, runs the count full on another batter. You'll start to see people filling in these bleachers in front of us again as the sun gets behind the clouds. Swung on and missed. Barron does his job and gets out of it without any further damage in relief of Colton LeBlue. But after 6 innings, the East has a 7-4 lead. We'll be back for the top of the 7th right after this.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, Look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Back we go to the top of the 7th. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, 446 Sports, bringing you Louisiana Baseball Coaches Association All-Star Baseball Weekend. Had a home run derby and one game yesterday that the West had won, and today the East trying to even things out.
How the West was won, right? No. Anyway, yeah, that was.
Lex Melanson will stand in there ready to get things going, and we told you he earned his way on here at catcher by the work that he does behind the dish. He is just truly a solid ball player. Off to Nichols, Division I baseball he will play, and that one is taken in there for a strike. Denham Springs is Larson Fabre, F-A-B-R-E, if you're scoring at home. And I don't know that folks really do that anymore, but F-A-B-R-E, Fabre. Thankfully, we got that update beforehand, but he is the Denham Springs Yellow Jackets player headed to Southeastern Louisiana University. That one misses up high, and that's going to end up back where we're at. Nope, bounces, stayed inside. Looked like it had a chance to get up and over that fence.
Yeah, it went straight up from that hit and came straight back down, it looked like. And when you were spelling Fabre, I was fixing to say, no, that's not how you spell Denham Springs.
Right, no, absolutely. Denham Springs around that Baton Rouge area as well. Misses up high.
3-1 as you count.
3 balls and a strike. Melanson trying to lead things off for this West team and get something going in the top of the 7th. Rips this one foul and is going to be back out into the street here.
Formerly where I had parked my truck yesterday.
Yes. This ballpark nestled in right at the outskirts of the campus. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes is Melanson. Marsala throwing the ball over. Down. Shea Pete stands in ready to go to work.
Petrie, I think he said, huh?
He did.
Okay.
But I know different.
Okay. I'm glad you done your research, Doug. And you do that often. And
well,
much appreciated.
Found that out over lunch yesterday. And as we're talking to a lot of the coaches and coordinators that are on this team, we go out there and talk to them and say, hey, look, we're getting pronunciations because, look, and I'm so thankful for Miss Peggy yesterday that got me straight on Sturiali on that one. But the worst thing you want to do is announce these names wrong. And that one driven up the middle for a base hit.
Out into center field.
Now batting, number 25, Cranford Corville.
And back up comes Corville. He was announced last inning and did not. Crawford Corville out of Barb. He was announced earlier, and it was still number 7, Grant Como, that batted, but this, in fact, is Corville. That one misses inside. So you've got Pete down at first, Corville batting. This West squad trying to get back some of those 3 runs.
Yeah, and the announcer came back and corrected it, but kind of got off on his.
Fabre not wanting anything to do with that. He and his East teammates are wanting to hang in there and secure this victory. Again, we are in the 7th. This is scheduled for 9, not your normal high school baseball 7-inning game. That one, tailor-made double play On in time to first is there. That was started out at second base by Weston's Caleb Waters that started that score at 4-6-3. For the West, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the seventh. The East has a big 7-4 lead. We'll be back right after this.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Ryan Barron out for another inning of work. St. Louis Catholic's star pitcher. He is going to ULL. We talked about the West trying to keep the East right here. Coach Semino and that East Ball Club wanting to do that. Remember, Coach Wade Semino and that West Monroe team trailed to Santa Maria 6-0. Nice. In the first inning, came back to win the state championship of 5A, 9-6. Josh Brown, you see, going over to third base, and Brandon Bravada, Santa Maria's coach, out at first base that's coaching. Nate Monso, Dutchtown's, one of Dutchtown's favorites, is out. He's headed off to Loyola of New Orleans is where he will go. Good squad. They are very solid in their sports, as you might expect a team out of New Orleans to be able to have that draw.
Great universities around the state and have developed some really phenomenal programs.
Indeed. That one from Barron misses outside. Barron did his job last inning, came in and shut the door on this East squad after they had scored 3. That one up and high and tight to Monso, and he backs out of there. Lefty-lefty matchup, and that leads to that high, tight pitch to the inside. Barron set to deliver this one again. A little chin music, and gets all the way to the backstop. Nothing intentional out of that by any means. But it's like the old Nolan Ryan throwing inside days, commanding the strike zone. Nuke Lelouch said he was announcing his presence with authority.
Awesome. That's one way to do it.
That one misses. Again, if you can work a Bull Durham reference into a ball game, that's extra points. Luke Hill stands in ready to go. Got a pretty good at bat his last time. Came around to score.
Somebody coming in for the runner. Pinch runner there. Number 25.
25 for the East is,
there we go,
Lakin Polk out of Ponchatoula will come in to run. Polk off to Southeastern Louisiana University. The Lions with a lot of talent in this game today there in Hammond. That one ground out to shortstop, or second base, and that's going to bounce around and get to right field, as that seemed to eat up the second baseman. Thomas Marsala has moved into catcher, and he now stands in there for the East squad. 7-4, the East has a lead. We play bottom 7. We will play 9 complete, no matter if the home team is leading or not. Pitchers will get their full 4 innings to work, and the batters and the fielders will all get their full 4 full innings. That one bounces around, stopped up well by Melanson. Look, I'm telling you, the amount of runs and advanced base runners that Melanson has saved in this game, much less throughout his career.
Birds flying through just a few moments ago, well above the pitcher, but made me think of that Randy
Johnson.
Yeah, throw where the poor bird exploded.
That one fouled out towards the subway. I think it hit a car before it hit the subway. There's something about that metal, that aluminum thud that you hear of one that finds a car.
Yeah, aluminum or fiberglass. It's
one
a
of
thud.
the 3.
Yeah, 3.
Marsala grounds this one quietly. It's going to be picked up. No play is going to be able to be made. That's one of those excuse me base hits, but you know Marsala will take that, and that gets runners at first and third for Caleb Stelly. Stelly out of Parkview Baptist, also on his way with Coach Matt Deggs and ULL. I think the East continuing to try to add runs to this lead. That one bounces around. Melanson. Nobody going.
Had a great opportunity.
You had, of course, runners at second and third, so no way to, or bases loaded rather, no way to advance anywhere if you're behind the plate. Without the runner at third coming around, you got nothing. Stelly with a big opportunity again, won the home run derby with 3, but not looking for it here. That one bounces around, and that should score the runner, and it does. Amity will come around, and he scores, make it 8-4. And that one, no real choice for Melanson as that hit in front of the plate and bounced high and away from him. Score that a wild pitch.
And your base runners advanced. Now you had second and third.
Everybody moves up 90 feet, 8-4. Same spot that it was yesterday. It's just weird how baseball does that. It just was flip-flopped.
This is true.
That one driven out to right. Going to be caught there sliding down after that, but it's going to allow each of the runners to move up, so that plates another run, make it 9-4. As Hill tags up on that play and comes in to score easily. And the runner moves up to third.
Still only 1 out.
Barron stands now ready to deliver this one. Good curveball. Sits in the top of the strike zone for the out.
And I'm going to need something to eat after this, Doug.
I agree with that. Swung on and missed there.
If my wife is listening, some of those chicken bites that we have in the freezer go really good in the air fryer that we have.
That one inside.
He was cringing, thought he was going to get a little.
And Barron brings that ball in there quite rapidly.
Yeah, that would leave a tattoo on your side through your shirt. There it is.
That one in there for strike 3. Got it. And that is 2 down now. Caleb Waters will stand in ready to go to work. Bottom of the 7th, the East has put another couple of runs on. They lead this one 9-4. That was the final yesterday. Just reversed as the West took that one.
Actually, scores are in the same position. Just
it's
different
something
teams.
about that Wildcat dugout that does it. Barron now has went to that curveball over the top, that reminiscent of that old 12-6. That one misses just outside.
It's going out to right field.
tracks it down again. In right is made. Fusilier out in right secures that one, and that will do it for 7 innings here. 2 to go. 9-4. We move top of the 8th. See if the West can put something together when we come back.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Back to work we go, top of the 8th in this one. And Larson Fobb comes back out to work in his 3rd inning. Marsala bounces that one down to second on the throwdown. And we're going to see the always explosive and entertaining Cardell Thibodeau, who will stand in there. Well, ULM is getting him a good one, Chuck. I'm going to tell you that. He's going to be fun to watch. I've not watched a lot of ULM baseball, but I believe I will to follow the career of Thibodeau.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch him advance further and further and see even how much more he develops.
Thibodeau, that kind of player that can just make things happen. That one flies out to center field, though we won't get to see his explosiveness on the bases, but was already halfway to second on that pop fly to center field. And
just
good
got
work.
A truck underneath him.
Yeah, good work by Fobb to get it out, and now Richard will stand in ready to go to work. Ryan Richard, the Turlings Catholic product, that will be another one of those Baton Rouge Community College players. They like to go down there because you're right in the back door of LSU, and you're able to, those folks at LSU are able to see you. Fobb set to deliver. Bounces that one back to the fence.
Caught the catcher on the arm there a little bit.
Boy, the names start to run together. The uniforms do the same. As the heat has just been, you know, we talked about this last night, Chuck, about how nice and cool that one, just a pretty pitch from Fobb.
Pretty.
How nice and cool it was last night as that wind was blowing, and dark, of course, had set in. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayo. One of those infield angels from Tioga giving us, bringing us some refreshment. Thank you.
Nothing like the family of the kids you used to coach in travel ball, being all grown up and reminding you about the cheesy commercials you used to make many years ago.
You'll reach base on balls on that one.
Yeah, Richard will find his way down to first. Andrew Glass will stand in there.
And I believe she made a comment about your face being one for radio as well.
She said it was still the same, is what she said.
You read it how you want.
Yes, the same. That means I'm still as young looking as I was 10 years ago.
That is one way to look at it.
Is what I believe.
That was kind. Wow, what a
base hit off to right field through the hole that was there between first and second. Now making his way all the way to third. And that
pitcher over there to back him up.
Kept a run from scoring. But here comes this West squad, and the top of this West lineup just continues to hit the baseball. They're going to have to put this thing together piece by piece. And you know, it's fun. All of that is great, but you know this squad from the East team is wanting to win and even things back up again. And the West, of course, wanting to sweep. There's a lot of fun. They had the banquet. They had all of those things. They'll get the nice memorabilia from this weekend, but I'll tell you that you definitely want to come out here and win this.
Swing and a miss.
Marsala able to hang around and keep that one in front of him. Top of the 8th, we will play the full 9. We've told you that throughout. Just those of you just joining us. Fob set to deliver. Throws that off-speed stuff again. It just misses there. That breaking pitch has been really, really solid. Grant Como, the Barb product, stands in there. That one promptly driven back out to center field. One run is going to come around and scoring a quick throw down to second. They may have Como caught up. Como was drifting off the base a little bit to see if they could draw the throw in that would have allowed the other runner to score. The ball just got out to center field too quick for both runs to score, but one does come across, and it's 9-5.
Base runners on first and third now. That's that throw in kept him from advancing on the second.
Your cutoff man. They teach you that early on, and that's what kept runners and stepping off, and they'll work on the runner there. Now this is going to have a runner tied up at third. Going to be a play at home.
Got that.
And Glass will be done, and another snap throw down to second, and going to have that runner.
Oh.
Safe looked like had him doubled off. And so you get a runner cut down as Como was off and stealing second, and they put that play on to get the runner in from third, but a great bit of work from this East squad to get the ball back in, and that out is made. Strike is there, and the West might have ran themselves out of an inning there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Correction. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down.
Yep.
Spin move back to second, not there.
Not a bad move there.
No, not at all. The West does pick up a run here, but they're down 2 outs following that well-executed defensive play by the East. Swung on from Fusilier, and he draws nothing but air. Good work by Fob. In the last couple of innings, he has given up the run. But just the one to this West squad.
Must be 0-2 then. Okay.
Yep, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Fob looking to get out of this one. Throws that curveball there. Going to be handled over at first. Going to have to take it himself. And safe. Hustling down, but nobody at home. There's going to be another play here at the plate. Hustling down in to score, and that's going to score the run. Como and base runners all over the place. Now that one's going to get in. And
wow.
Somewhere you hear Coach Buttermaker hollering,
"Hold the ball, hold the ball."
Yeah, throwing the ball all around. Needless to say, the result of that was the run scored. Make that 9-6. And A.J. Manasco comes in. Did you catch that Buttermaker reference?
I did not.
From the Bad News Bears. Yeah,
oh, yes.
With the ball being thrown.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I have to explain it to my analyst. It doesn't make the joke near as effective.
I forgot about it. That's a great movie, too. I need to go back and watch that one. I guess that's why, because I haven't seen it in so long.
That's just one of those that the ball gets thrown around and thrown around and thrown around, and as a coach, you're screaming, just hold the ball. That one bounces in. Fob has given up a couple of runs, cut one down at home, or this thing would be a little tighter with less than the out. But staying aggressive is this West squad, keeping the pressure on. And looks like we may have a pitching change, and we do. So Fob is going to be done here, and he will come off to a big round of applause. Get an idea who's coming back, and we'll do that when we come back. We're going to take a break. Take it with him. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
There you go. We were showing you shots of that lunar eclipse from the other night. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed seeing that one.
Didn't have my camera in the right spot.
5:30 is when we have the broadcast set, Chuck.
Okay,
So we should be good. Should be good there. Big shout out to all of those that are watching along on Facebook and being a part of that. Again, we invite you, click the link and not the live side of it. The view is much better on our Boxcast link. It doesn't cost you a nickel to get over there. It's
Not even
just
a penny.
It's just a much better view. Facebook tends to compress, but we certainly leave it live. That way we can catch some of our followers that just want to watch a good Saturday afternoon baseball game. Chuck, have we got the announcement on the pitcher that has come in?
I have not heard them say the name yet, but I was trying to read the number, and I've called out several different numbers. Almost looks like 18 or 19 possibly.
You're going to force me to put my glasses back on, Chuck.
Or it might be 10.
It is number 10.
Okay, there it is. Now it turns square around where I can read it.
AJ Manasco stands in there ready to go to work. That is going to be
2-0 is the count, yeah.
The only other 10 they have, that's got to be LaBelle from Springfield, and it is. I guess that big S on the hat and the 10 on the shirt, kind of a giveaway for us there.
It's like matching it up.
We heard from the coaches that we may see him. He was in the game as a third baseman, as a positioner player, but said that they would go to him if needed, and certainly needed him here as the East trying to put a wrap on this here in the 8th inning.
3-1 is your count.
9-6 the score here. You can see that on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down in the lower right-hand corner. Big thanks to those folks. And Manasco will draw the walk. Lex Melanson stands in there. He is the catcher for this West Ball Club. 2 down in the 8th. Melanson.
Base runners on first and second.
Just so solid behind the dish. Takes that one down low, ball 1. Good to see the different schools and different players and some of these folks that were able to meet in this game. Swing and a foul tip back into Marsala. So you've got a white uniform with blue letters catching in Marsala and a white uniform with blue numbers pitching in LaBelle, and that's what threw us all. That one's back right up the middle. Go to second base for it, and I don't think that LaBelle knew what the situation was, or he might have taken the easy way. Got a little bit of smile as he looks back at his second baseman there. Could have went the easy way to first. Instead, knocks off the lead runner there, but that's where those third base tendencies come back. He's used to playing that hot corner. 9-6 we play. Go to the bottom of the 8th when we come back.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Ebarb will stand in there. Brennan Ebarb takes over on the mound for the West squad, number 33. Another one of those, you call him a position player, but they came in as they grouped them in pitchers, infielders, outfielders, and catchers in this. And Ebarb listed as a third baseman in it. But anybody that knows anything about small town high school, and Zwolle certainly is that, a Class B school, you play multi-positions no matter what. If you've got a guy that's going to pitch for you, he's going to play some other position as well.
Yeah, and Zwolle also known for some really good tamales here, from what I understand.
Indeed they are. Not a tamale guy, though. No. Nothing to slight the folks there in Zwolle, but I just if I was having a meal and somebody asked me what I wanted, I don't think it would be tamales. And they may be the best in the world. Yeah. But like getting over to Zwolle. They got a lot of good folks over there, too.
Definitely. Tamales are good. I enjoy them. You know, don't eat them often, but I do enjoy them on the occasion. That one blooped over, fouled just outside the first baseman reach there.
Cole Thompson from Sterlington stands in. Got him listed in the program as number 16. He's wearing 2 today. He's on his ways to Hines Community College.
You want to be known as Deuce today, I think.
That one missed up high. Sterlington up above that Monroe area. Beautiful, beautiful complex that they have up there. Ebarb delivers this off-speed strike right there. On into the bottom of the 8th we play. That one lifted foul back and out of play. Things have really slowed down around the ballpark, as you see. You know, last night there was a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of moving around, and folks are like they're in the semifinals on bracket day in travel ball. They are really worn down. That one gets to the backstop on that third ball strike. Throw is going to have to be made down to first.
And he gets there in time.
So that's a drop third strike. And down to first, Will DeLon will stand in. He is the Dutchtown Griffin.
Base. Now, how would you do that one, Doug? Because that's a new one from base reached on strikeout.
Strikeout and a dropped third strike allowed him to reach.
So he gets
the strikeout.
Okay.
And then he reaches. He's out, but he reaches on. It's basically in there, but it's scored a drop third strike.
Okay.
D3S.
Not a real good stat to have in on your book.
No, and that's why you've seen, if there's ever that trivia question about how many strikeouts can a pitcher have in an inning, well, quite frankly, he can have unlimited. I think the most you'd see would be 4.
Yeah.
If one of them reached on the drop third strike and then struck out everybody else.
This is true.
I don't know. Maybe our sports information department is somewhere can tell us if there's been more than 4 strikeouts in an inning.
That would be interesting.
That one lifted by Malonzo out
to right field.
To right field, and it's going to be brought in.
Let's see. See if I can't do a little research for you there.
Logan O'Neill. Logan with one of the better looking uniforms out of John Curtis, the Patriots there. Of course, they have the red, white, and blue, but really attractive uniform that John Curtis group has. Pickle pops abound throughout the ballpark today, and he drives that one, hammers it. That's going to get down the line. Coach Brown bringing his runner over to third, and O'Neill will get into second with a stand-up double. And again, this East squad is in business. And that's going to bring big number 16, Nate Monso, up. He will bat from the left side, and this is one of those that you look forward to seeing. Monso is due in this. Righty-lefty matchup for Monso.
The almanac does say 4 strikeouts in 1 inning.
There you have it.
See if I can find out what game that was in.
See, so that sports information department that I referred to is Chuck, that is sitting next to me as well, doing everything else.
Which I get the wink, wink, nudge, nudge, since he's sitting next to me now instead of in front of me earlier.
Big hack at it from Monso, swing and a miss. And you know, this late in the game, he's looking to put one now that the wind is kind of blowing out to right. It's in from left, so it's swirling just a little bit. Takes that one outer half, and unhappy with that, but very happy with it is 33 Ebarb. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, bottom of the 8th. Base hit, scores a couple. That's going to come in behind Monso. It evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we are in Pineville, Louisiana, here on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. That one right in there, struck out looking, did Monso. And he's looking away for that curveball, and that fastball just came on the inner half and was not ready for that one at all. Luke Hill will stride in, looking to try to add to this 3-run lead. Get a couple of insurance runs before you go into the 9th against that West squad. Here's the delivery from Ebarb. Swung and missed from Hill. Hill may be taking his final at-bat in the state of Louisiana, as he is off to Arizona State from here. Bounces, Melanson blocks it up in front of him. You see the helmet come off of Melanson. I mean, he's got that hat of a catcher even. It's just dirty and beat up, and you know, it's like, no, I don't want a new hat. This is my hat. I'm a catcher. This is what I wear.
This in the 5th inning back in 1911 is the first time this was ever recorded by Walter Johnson of the Washington Senators back then.
There you go, and that is the 4 strikeout inning. Struck out the side, had one of those that a runner reaches first on that dropped 3rd strike. Misses outside. 3 balls and a strike.
And that is in the National League.
3-1 the count. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. That one right there fills the count up at 3-2, and expect Hill. You thought he would be looking there on 3-1. Ebarb trying to get out of this one with no runs allowed. Outer half, and that's going to be a very good take, just right on the line, and that will load the bases up. Thomas Marsala will stand in. Marsala, another one of those catchers in this. Uncommitted out of St. Fred's and 1A St. Frederick. Fouls that one back.
That stat I read earlier is actually from an American League. There's one in the National League. Ed Crane from the New York Gothams.
That's a long time ago.
1888.
So there you have it. That is the times that there have been 4 strikeouts in 1 inning. Now, that just tells you that in the majors. Now, who knows where it was at along the way. Certainly didn't happen in this game either, but just food for thought.
That's just true.
Here's the delivery to Marsala, and he lifts
Oh,
that
that
one
was
to center field. Way back goes Thibodeau, feeling the fence, and he has it. Catches it on the warning track, and Marsala really put a charge into that one. But going quietly is this East squad in the bottom of the 8th. We move to the 9th. West has a little bit of work to do. We'll see what they can get done when we come back.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Back to baseball and Billy Allgood.
Legacy
Baseball
Park.
at the Billy, that's
Yes.
right. Big welcome to Randy Wiggins State Farm, new sponsors of ours. So we appreciate Randy. Came on board for Buckeye football and wanted to be a part of our year-round broadcast as well. So we're glad to have Randy on there.
Had chance meetings with him a couple of times. Pretty good. Pretty cool guy.
Randy's a good dude. Celebrating 40 years with State Farm. 40 years with State Farm. So he started before I was born. Don't start. I'm gonna bring lightning and storms and rain and all of that here.
Tear up my tent I bought for today.
Right.
If we start using, setting up and doing some shows and stuff, we can set that screen up in the back, and do some of that.
Absolutely. On location. I think our coaches show from Ash when we get back into football.
Yeah.
But it's just so hot out there, too. Maybe that trailer will come along before we know it.
Well, we can actually use this indoors. I just don't have to put the overhead part on it and put that screen on the back.
Oh, I thought you meant just have the bars up. I was like, okay, if you want.
Well, I could do that. Didn't have to have the top part on. That way we get the air conditioning, and I could set my cameras up on the rails and, put some lighting up that way. Make it fancy like someplace to eat. Is that number?
South Terrebone's Shea Pete
8. Yep.
stands in. West down to their final 3 outs. Again, as a reminder, if you didn't watch last night's game, the home team, which is the East tonight, this afternoon, will bat again in the bottom of the inning, no matter what. If it's tied, if they're ahead, or if they're behind, they will bat once again.
1-1 as you count.
Nobody down, final 3 outs for the West to see if they can put something together, and that one is out to shortstop. Hill's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rest of the game is tied at the top of the inning. This will be the last half inning. We will not play the bottom of the
Well, there you go. You just got the update, and a collective gasp or sigh of relief from this crowd that has been battling this sweltering day. So unless this one is tied or they are behind, then the West or the East will not bat.
I'm sure that's something they talked with the coaches about, and the coaches felt like they've gotten all their players
between
in.
9 and between day they've run enough and running out of pitching, and so Crawford Corville out of Barb stands in there ready to go.
Don't want to get anybody hurt.
There will be an MVP named, and we will keep a beautiful pitch there. There will be an MVP named after this one. We'll leave a camera on it and the ambiance mic to let you listen to how that goes. Again, before you get out of here, ground out to Hill at shortstop. You're seeing why he is such a highly touted shortstop. And I mean just a rocket of an arm from shortstop. Fielded that cleanly. You'll watch him play through that Arizona State system. like to see Thibodeau put one in the gap right here and see if he can touch all 4 of them.
That would be awesome.
Just an explosive young man. Does a great job of putting the ball in the gap over there. Looks for that, and look, there goes the outfield swing around. If I see it, you know they see it. The other thing they can do is pitch him out. If he takes that with that swung around defense, take something outside and drive it down that left field line. That one missed down low to Thibodeau. 1 ball, 1 strike.
How fun would it be to have a microphone up there to hear that conversations they have every once in a while?
That would
especially
be
in this All-Star game.
Lightning on the base paths. Thibodeau was retired his last time. It's the only time he has not been on base in this weekend's ball games. Here's the delivery. That one is going to be ground to third and foul, and we'll do the 1-2 over again. So the West down to their final strike in the form of Acadiana's Cardell Thibodeau. Here comes the delivery, and that one misses inside, coming into the feet of Thibodeau, and he jumps out of the way of that one. A little more exaggerated as that turf, the hotter it gets, the more slick it is.
Yeah.
You just feel like he could bang it into the turf and beat out a throw to first. Here's the delivery. That one misses outer half, and the count is full. Here's the delivery. That one is ripped off to right field, over the head of the runner. Now we may get to see Thibodeau get off and running. He's to first. He's making his way to second, and they'll hold him there as that just got over the head of the right fielder. And Thibodeau gets into second base.
Slapped that one really well.
Ryan Richard will stand in there. And so just 1 time has Thibodeau been kept off the bases, and that was his at-bat prior to this double that he had.
Yeah, and he knew that one when he hit it, too. He could tell it was just not a good, strong hit. He didn't.
Over to Hill at shortstop, and that should do it. It does. East is going to hang on to this one. They win it 9-6. 9-13-2 for the East. 6-12-2 for the West. Big hand and congratulations given to all of them. Chuck, we've had a good time out here. What we're going to do, just to give you folks an idea, is we're going to leave the audio and the video on there at the middle. We're going to shut ours off, and we'll keep you through the MVP as it is awarded, and then Chuck will shut it down. I'm going to go take down some of the cameras, but it has been a pleasure being with you guys this weekend, and we appreciate you liking and following what we've done. We'll see you next time.
Okay, I think we're ready to give the MVPs. Before I do, I've been asked to remind you, as you're walking out the park, there's still caps and t-shirts for sale. If you'd like to pick one up, they would very much appreciate it. Our MVP for this game from the visiting West All-Stars is South Lafourche, number 7, Josh Pierce.
Wasn't expecting that.
And our MVP from the home team, the East team, From Parkview Baptist, number 2, Caleb Stelly. Congratulations to these 2 young men, and congratulations to all of you players. We wish you nothing but the best as you go to the next level. Good luck to you, and we appreciate everyone being here for this weekend. Have a safe trip home, everybody.